And I want to try to get it to you guys. I want to get those bottles out. Those what do you call them? NPFD bottles?
PET.
PET. Yeah. I mean, what would be the difference about just like getting 7-Up bottles and just emptying it or drinking them and using those to ship?
You probably could do that. You just have to get the replacement caps. You could probably pull that off, actually.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That would be a good test, actually.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be a lot cheaper too, right?
Oh yeah, definitely for sure.
NFT bottles. What up? What up, Cityscape? Let me kill the audio on this. Can you guys hear us good?
I didn't realize we're live.
Yeah, we're live. We started a little bit late. Trying to let Trent. He's going to come in here right now. He's uploading a video though. How's the audio? What's up, everybody? Big shout out to Dennis for being on last week. That was a blast. Dennis out there in Charlotte, North Carolina. What's up, Northwest Small Batch? What's up, Blackwood Brews? Last week was awesome. I'm hurting. I was like hungover for 2 days after that. That was like OG streams, man. I got some shout outs from that stream. While I'm on the subject, man, and while Aliaz isn't here, big shout out to Blackwood Brews, man. Tombstone Todd, cool guy. Bodine's Bruce, who's in here right now. Much love, man. What's up, Jorge? Beer Quaz, what's up, dog? The Mechanical Brewer. Sekave Jews. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Yeah, much love to all these guys. Bodine's Brews, 8-Man. Bodine's Brews, Patrick Buckles, man. Last Wednesday was wild. Cool guy again. Cool guy. Juvenal Hernandez. Got a lot of love from the members. Thanks. Appreciate that. Much love to all y'all. I don't know if you guys didn't catch it in the beginning, but the Braj Show just finished up editing a video, and he's got to do it before he comes on here because he ain't getting nothing's getting done after that. So Trent will be on in a little bit. Hope everyone's doing well. Still drinking my hazy from the Bentgate recipe guys out there in Oslo, Norway. What are you drinking, Noam?
About to pop open a blueberry lemonade sour.
Did you make that?
No.
Where's that one coming from? Kettlehead, where's that?
Tilton, New Hampshire. I've had the beer quite a few times. It's really good.
I need that water too.
Drinking your hazy?
I'm drinking my hazy, yeah, but I'm not going to drink it all.
Nice.
I'm not making promises though, but I'm going to try my best not to drink it all tonight. Let us know what you guys are brewing, what you guys are drinking, man. Jorge Castro down there in Puerto Rico. What up, Goose Fraba? What's up, everybody? Mark Serenana. What's up, dog? New England IPA on tap. Happy Wednesday, folks. Absolutely. Happy hump day.
Wow.
It's cooling down a little bit. How's it doing up there, Noam? You still sweating it out or what? We lost you, Noam. Can't hear you. Noamski. Really? Okay, now you're back.
Check.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's weird.
You sweating your balls off up there or what?
Cold. Yeah, it's kind of. Well, it's been kind of cool, but like mid-80s for me. I don't know. To me, that's kind of hot.
As long as you have AC, you're good,
I
man.
move this mic closer.
I don't know how people used to live back in the day. Like, when did AC come out? The 70s? Like, what were people doing before air conditioning?
Before that.
What were people doing, especially in the South, especially in Florida? Just go outside, just go to a pool.
Pretty much, yeah.
Jorge Castro brewed a slushy sour in collab with local podcasts. Right on, man. That sounds good. Cityscape got a few pale ales and some local pilsners. Right on. Bodine's Brews drinking a strawberry cheesecake IPA. I've seen that recently. Cheesecake beers.
Wow.
What's the deal with those? No, just lactose. Are they actually putting?
We talked about this a little bit before, but cream cheese powder.
Cream cheese powder.
Which sounds insane, but
Is that got lactose?
I've been wanting to try it for a while. I'm sure, yeah. It's got a
yeah.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like beer that much.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds like an interesting beer to brew, though.
Yeah, I've seen a couple sours made with it. They'll add like graham cracker, vanilla, stuff like that.
Yeah, I love graham cracker and beer.
Like pie, basically.
Yeah, cinnamon.
Yeah,
get over here. Philip Stevenson, Happy Hour. You ready for boat gating at the Vols games? It's like nothing you've seen before. I haven't been to a Vols game. It's crazy. I've definitely driven through it. It is nothing at all like a Charger or Padre game. It is like just people just getting drunk everywhere you can. Just outside on the streets and parking lots, whatever. College football's wild. And we don't really have a pro team out here, so the football is like everything. Come here! Yeah. What up, Zach Pearson? What's up? Big orange, baby.
Sea of orange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get over here! That's why we just watch rabbit skin over their junk. Too hot. First time I heard that, man.
My sound okay? Should I like bring the mic closer?
You sound good, man. Just missing Alias. What happened to him? I just saw him, then he took off.
He was on the phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you guys are coming into town. You're coming into town on Thursday. Alias is coming into town on Friday. So maybe, what time's Alias coming in?
I have no clue.
Alias, what time you coming in, bro? Here he is.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
What's up, boys?
What up, dog? Damn, Jorge Castro, 107 degrees this afternoon in Puerto Rico. That's like Palm Springs vibes.
Wow. Yeah, dude, it was 108 on the way home today.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just too damn hot.
I'm bitching about 85. I'll shut up.
Yeah, it's about the same in Knoxville.
Do you have AC? No.
I spend like 4 to 5 hours here a day, so like, and my windows are shut because, like I said, I'd be loud as fuck. I'd be like yelling. I don't know.
So you don't have AC or no?
No, definitely not.
Oh damn. Yeah, that's worse. Like, because like I at least have AC, right?
Right. I'd rather be in Knoxville with AC than San Diego without it.
Right.
It's kind of rare to have.
Ceiling fan. That's not it.
Wow.
No, I'm stoked. You guys are coming into town, man. So Gnome's coming into town Thursday night. All you guys are coming into town Friday night.
Friday evening. Yep.
Okay, cool. So we'll brew on Saturday.
Back off, war
Sounds
child.
good.
Seriously.
Cool. So Gnome, we'll just hit a bunch of bars or hit a bunch of breweries, and then when all you guys comes into town, we'll brew. And then who's leaving on Sunday? Gnome.
I think 6 a.m. Monday.
6 a.m. Monday, and all you guys is leaving Monday night.
Wow. Monday night. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think we're going to be able to hit Asheville. That'd have been cool, but I mean, do you guys want to brew or do you guys want to go to Asheville? It's like you're coming to Knoxville just to go to Asheville. You know, it's kind of.
Yeah, it'd be cutting it real close.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half away. I can do. I mean, you guys have seen my truck. If you guys want a bitch pack out there, we're totally down. But you've seen my truck. It's a single cab.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Might be
No,
kind of.
I mean, there's stuff we wanted to do anyways, and
yeah, and I don't know if you guys want to be touching
Knoxville
kneecaps for that long.
And like we want to go to Mob again. We want to
Yeah,
go
for
to
sure.
Yeehaw. Like we can go to Yeehaw now that it's open and everything.
We'll go to Yeehaw, but this time around, we're going to start out in West Knoxville, where it's bougie, where all the money is, where all like the nice ass Fresh Prince of Beverly Hills houses are, and then we'll work our way back to the old city.
Okay.
Yeah. Jorge Castro, cream cheese powder. That's what Gnome was just talking about. What up, Chris Radiation? He's brewing on the anvil. Shout out to anybody who watched my anvil video. That was a quick video I just put together with some old content, and they were stoked on that video. I got good responses from Jen at Anvil, and said the owner, John Blickman, was stoked on that. Just a sweet, short, quick 4-minute video. It's an existing product, so you don't need to do a 10-minute video on that. Just kind of talk about the new updated versions and get in, get out. I think it was good.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like beer
I thought
that
it was
much.
great. It was like short and to the point kind of thing.
Yeah, I looked at the Yeast and the Beasts channel a lot for that, and you can do the Clawhammer mod. A lot of people in the comment section were talking about that too, and I think that's the best way to do it.
Claw hammer mod.
Yeah, to get the recirculation thing in there, like you can get some rings, you get a drill bit, drill your own thing. So
Up and do like the spray valve kind
the
of
spray
thing.
valve thing, yeah. So I don't know if you can get that on Amazon or if it's just proprietary to Clawhammer. There he is.
No,
There.
I think you can definitely get that on Amazon for sure.
You can get that on Amazon. Yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
half-inch spray valve or something. But I think Yeast and the Beast
I'm
has.
pretty sure they got their inventory off of Amazon or
It's all
an
coming,
actual,
it
like-
doesn't matter. It's all coming
Yeah.
from China and the one spot. But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. But I think that Yeast and the Beast has the perfect setup for the anvil because he's got that setup and he's got his own. He's got the better pump, like the anvil pump, and then the recirculation thing.
what, like Blickman pump or
Just like if you type in pump on Amazon, like exactly what we talked about it before, you could call it Blickman or Clawhammer or an anvil, but it's all coming
Yeah.
from the same shit in China. But that way you could do the recirculation kit thing or the spray valve, and you don't have to do that weird, not weird, but that hose clamp thing to tighten it off, and it gets kind of
right
weird
on
and
that like that.
Yeah, That's the
extension thing.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons I didn't like pumps in the beginning, because you're gonna burn yourself and you're trying to mess with like the flow and stop it, kind of with just something like that, you know.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah,
shoot
if you
out or be
can't, like,
mellow. Yeah, you're gonna.
you have to adjust like on the claw hammer. Like I have a valve on the pump itself where I can adjust the flow.
Right.
Like makes things easier and
Just open up the ball valve. Well,
yeah.
you guys are doing.
So don't do the ball valve where you're feeding into the pump. Do it from leaving the pump. You never want to limit how much you put into the pump.
You want to prime it properly. You don't want to like
Correct.
suffocate
You don't want to
it.
run a pump drive.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, without further ado, we got the Braj Show in here, man. This guy just passed me up in subscribers, man. Look at this Braj over here. Congratulations, my dude.
Sorry I'm late.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Did you get the video out, Trent?
No, I'm still editing it.
Okay, well, I appreciate
editing.
No, it's all good, man. Do you want to give us a little foresight, or is this a secret?
Sure, yeah, it's so it's all about souring. Just like the 4
Steve's.
easy ways to sour a beer.
Yeah.
And then I did I'm drinking right now is a key lime pie goza.
Sounds good, man.
Nice.
Reminds me of Apartment Steve's last video.
I know, he put out a goza video right at the same time. But
you-
he did Philly sour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys talk about that?
margarita.
Because I know you guys just did a collab, and I'm sure you guys were talking about upcoming
we
videos.
talked. Yeah, we mentioned it. We just kind of laughed. I mean, what can you do? Right?
Yeah, what can you do? It's funny. I mean, it's just kind of one of those things where sometimes, like when hop water got big, or just a trend, there's just gonna be 10 people putting out the same video, and that's just how it's gonna be. You know, if something's I don't
It's
know.
like the perfect summer beer, you know? It's like a
Yeah.
little bit sour, not too sour, but thirst quenching.
Yeah, and I think sours are a lot more universal than they used to be. I think they were a little bit more niche back in the day, but I think there's a lot more girls that like sours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people that only drink sours. Like that's their beer is like sour beer.
Sours, hazies, and pilsners. That's pretty much all. Yeah, that's pretty much all I do. I'll get a West Coast IPA every now and then, but like I can only do kind of like one. You know, if I want to go out and be drinking and stuff, like I can't drink 7%.
Yeah, I can't be drinking West Coast, so yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I
Smash way
will.
too
You know, if
fast.
someone's if someone's buying or something. Yeast and the Beast, thanks for noticing my mod. Yeah, that was a great video, Beast. I think you have the perfect setup for that.
Wow.
And I'm gonna steal a lot of your video for the next video. It's gonna be like what system to buy in 2023. I wanted the last video to kind of forecast or foreshadow the next video, but I don't know. Everyone's got their own systems. There's no right. There's no wrong. I think that there's like kind of trend like we talked about back in the day. It's like just get in if you want to get into brewing, just kind of go straight to brew in the bag. Don't use extract, and maybe use the first bag system, and then from there you kind of want to look at systems in regards to like, well, there's systems at $500 and $1,000. Like let's keep these separate.
Yeah.
I think so. But again, there's no right, there's no wrong. It's just like anything, right? Everyone's got their own tools. Everyone's got their own, whether it's Makita or Milwaukee or whatever,
Right, yeah.
Ryobi.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You
ultimately,
see my rant on Vivor?
yeah, did they hit you up? Tell us about that. Because they're in
Yeah,
Home Depot. That's a huge account. For an all-in-one brew system for $300 to be in Home Depot, that's a giant account.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
So a couple other channels have been sponsored by them, and I've always been curious because the price point is like super low.
$300 for like pretty much a grandfather.
Yeah. But I tried. So
that's for
some of
sale
their
right
stuff
now?
out.
In a
What's
Home
that?
Depot? You can go in a Home Depot
Bed
right now
Bath
and
and
buy that?
Beyond too.
Bed Bath and Beyond, man. That's funny.
So it turns out that this company is kind of like a Chinese like Amazon. Like they don't make any of this stuff; they just sell it.
Like Timu?
So like the quality is just like all over the place, and the customer service was horrible. So I do not recommend them if you see them out there.
Yeah, it's just so interesting how they got those big accounts, because you would think like if it was going to be any brew system, it'd probably be like the grandfather.
Yeah.
Not
That's the
something
weirdest
at Home Depot that no one's ever heard of. But anyway,
It made me appreciate like the claw hammer for like its quality, like it's very well built. And
it is.
you
Yeah.
talk to like Kyle and Emmett and get feedback and get things fixed if it's broke. But
Emmett always gets good comment sections, or gets good love in my comment sections. I was always like, dude, this busted or this was not on time, and Emmett was like Johnny on the spot with it. You know, customer service goes a long way, especially with the electric brew to bag systems, because I think sooner or later, like something in your system is gonna break at some point, and don't like freak out. You got to know that like there's a part to fix anything. Don't just like throw it away. It doesn't matter what system you have. Like there's something on Amazon or there's something that, you know, these guys can sell to you a la carte or whatever. You just do, you know, typically you unscrew like 4 screws and you look at it, you're like, damn, like that's it. Like one little thing was under here, like one little wire, like in this giant box, you know? So, yeah, Emmett's the man. But your post did crack me up. Like whatever rhymes with like Schmevor or Schmevor. Like, did you guys see that?
Yeah, I saw that, and I was just like, I'm like, what the heck brew system is he talking about?
Yeah.
And
I sent that to
On sale right now
Clawhammer
on
too.
Amazon.
The Vivor, what are the ratings on it? Does it have like 5 out of 5 stars, like 1,000 reviews? They're just selling
they're
everybody
on
else
Amazon
bullshit.
too.
They're on Better Business Bureau. They have an F, and it's like under inspection.
I didn't know you can get an F, man.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
That's funny, man. We got Eric. We got Hawaii in the house. What's up, Jaggers? What's going on, man? Come here. Jaggers, you were cracking me up in your last video or 2 videos ago. You were doing your video outside, and the gardener was like right there, and I was like, you know, just fucking, man. We're going live, man. Fucking do it. We're going live.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Show's got to go on.
They have 4.3 star review
On Amazon?
Amazon.
And you could, I'm sure if you click on the comments, they're so overcompensated. You know, it's everybody in their company. It's like, wow, best thing ever.
Yeah,
like caps locked. Like, I'm in love. You know, it's the greatest thing.
Too
on
much
planet
beer,
fucking
no
Earth.
such thing.
Yeah.
The best part is that it broke, and then they were like, well, if you get it fixed, you know, first of all, they were like, we're not going to replace it. They're like, you can take it to a repair shop and try and fix it.
That's
And if
insane. That's
And
insane.
if it gets fixed, will you still make a video?
That's insane. If somebody
What?
sent
No.
me something and it broke and they were like, you got to take it to a repair shop, I would make a YouTube video on how bad it is or something. I would do a parody on it. Get over here. The thing that you sent me that you wanted to showcase actually is broken. Okay, well, just mind taking it to a repair. Where the fuck do you go to get something repaired?
Like a general.
Is this like a
repair.
1990s like VCR store? Are they still out there?
Right.
It can fix your DVD player or whatever. Wow. What the hell is a repair store? Come here. I don't know. Maybe if you live in like a big city or something, you can go down some little back alley and this guy's redoing phones or iPads or whatever the hell. Get over here. Giant Beat, what's up, dog? Well, good luck with that video. Salvage, you know,
I haven't
you're
shot
not that
anything.
invested. Yeah.
I literally was testing it, and that's when it broke. So
Ice Machine. So be weary. Vevor?
Vivor.
Vevor.
Yeah.
Pliny the Dumber, man. What's up, dog? Got Stephen Plass in here.
Pliny the Dumber.
Pliny the Shittier.
That's funny.
Pliny the Tool. Yeah, man. So these guys are coming out to Knoxville next week. I'm stoked. When you coming out, Trent?
that is a great question. I don't know. Maybe we got to make a 2024
Let's do it.
big event out of it. I would love to go.
Yeah, for sure. We'd kill it out here. You'd kill it out here. It's I was hanging out with this girl today, and she moved out here from San Jose. And we're kind of in the same boat. She's like, yeah, it's just she came out here to go to UT as like a 31-year-old. And she was just like, yeah, it's just a different vibe. You know, people are still complaining about houses being expensive that are like $300,000. Like San Jose, it's more expensive than probably San Diego. It's probably as expensive as San Francisco.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
But yeah, it's just a different vibe out here. It's just a way slower pace, man. Look at this. We got Northwest Small Batch Brewing
Hey.
sniping motherfuckers out there in the bushes, the silent but deadlies.
Back off, war child.
Marco,
Seriously.
you've been busted. Devin, busted. Western Outlaw Photography, sniped. Jeff Curtis, what's up, dog? Thank you, Steven. I'm going to go get a beer. I'll be right back. And Trent, let us know what you're drinking,
Hell
dog.
yeah.
BRB.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm drinking the Goza, the key lime pie Goza.
Nice.
I like kind of like put some of the ingredients in it, like I did graham crackers in the mash and vanilla in the kettle or in the keg, just kind of like. But the main thing was key limes. I put like 24, the zest of 24 key limes. So I was sitting there.
Did you put that in the keg or in like the boil?
That was at the end of the boil.
Boil.
And
Yeah.
it's like super limey. It's great.
Nice. Nice.
Sounds good though.
Yeah. What do you
What's
guys
the
drink?
ABV?
Oh, it's like 4.5.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm drinking blueberry lemonade sour.
Oh,
Is
nice.
that what you made? Or
No, it's called Pulp Up the Jam.
nice. That's definitely down your alley for sure.
Yeah,
Any
90s.
any beers that are song lyrics is just like has gnome
Mhm.
written all over it.
Good point.
You're in a new background too. Is this like a different part of your home?
Nah, this is my apartment.
Oh, nice.
I wanted to do it here last week. It just didn't turn out, but
Cool.
That's where
I'm
you
kinda regretting it
live.
now. Yeah, this is where I live.
That's the gnome.
It's hot as fuck in here though.
That's the
Goddamn.
the gnome
Wait, so
there.
the like basement, you don't live in that basement area where you normally film?
No, it's like two miles away from here.
Oh, okay.
Basement there. It's a shed that's connected to a garage.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Got it.
Yeah, it's like a 8 to 10 minute drive.
Great,
Not that bad.
Great Notion is one of my favorite breweries out there in Portland.
Back off or
I was
child,
actually
seriously.
I was looking up that Portland, or not the Portland thing, but that Budweiser, that Bud Light thing is still rocking and rolling. They're selling off some of their brands right now, some of their big ones. And they're selling off
Shock Top.
Shock Top's probably the biggest. That's pretty much in every airport. That's a huge beer. And there's a lot of people when I was working in San Diego, wherever you work, if you're a beer tender, there's a lot of people that always come in. They're like, hey, do you have anything that tastes like Shock Top? Like, it's a very popular style. Whether you like it, hate it, love it or not, it's a huge beer. It's a huge account. And they're selling that off. And they're also selling off 10 Barrel, which is a brewery that I've been to in Portland, which was awesome as well. And I didn't know that I didn't know that Budweiser owned them. But, yeah, this Budweiser thing is bad for them. I didn't think
Hook
it.
as well.
Red Hook. Something else in there. Weidman Brothers or Wyden Brothers.
Wiedmer, yeah.
Wiedner? Yeah, they were
They're
a
known
big one.
for like a whip beer.
Yeah.
Damn.
They've been around for a long time, at least in San Diego.
Yeah.
But I didn't know this blowback would have been like so bad. You know, usually it's yesterday's news, but that was what, like a couple months ago now? The whole Bud Light.
Oh gosh.
That was a
something
long
like that.
time ago.
That was back in April, yeah. That was
Yeah,
back
like
in April.
for them to still be taking a hit, it's kind of weird because you always hear like there's something that happens on an airline or some guy has to drag a customer out and their stock drops that bad for that day or that week, but the next week like nobody even remembers what airline it is. Like this Bud Light thing is like really dragging out.
No,
And
it's definitely
this is one of the this is one of the biggest probably blow-its ever. This is like Weber Grills like collabing with PETA. It's just like such a weird. It was just such a weird thing, and I didn't know the blowback would have been this bad. I mean, they're laying off a lot of people.
I feel like it's opening the door for like these Mexican
Dude, you can't get
commercial breweries.
bro. You can't get Modelo now. Everybody wants Modelo in Knoxville, and there's like a 2-week waiting list. It's so funny because
No way.
like all these breweries or all these big brands like Coors and Modelo or Modelo's Constellation, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
But I mean, everyone's coming out with the new trend. And Trent, we always talk about this. Like, what's the new thing? Like coffee beer, espresso beer, hard seltzer, IPA, whatever. Coors and everyone's coming up with it. And Budweiser just shot themselves in the foot so bad you didn't need to come up with something new.
something. Yeah, 'cause
Modelo
everybody's
and
like, I'm done with the Anheuser-Busch.
dude, Modelo and Coors have to be just laughing their asses off, man. Like, hey, these guys literally just blew it so hard that we were able to forge ahead by kind of just doing nothing, just doing same old, same old.
Yeah.
Crazy. Widmer.
I mentioned this to you guys already, but the Shock Top one surprised me the most because I would think that would be a moneymaker.
Right.
For sure. That's in every airport, man. And an airport is a huge account. You got to think about that. Like, how many people come into airports are like, well, I've never seen that
So many.
but I've never seen that beer before. This is great exposure. It's not like your hometown beer with your hometown pub. Like, people are coming in and out from all over the place, and they're going to see that account, that Shock Top, and be like, whoa, I like this. Now I'm like a customer for life. Like, where is this? It's not just like a local watering hole beer.
And like Shock Top you can find anywhere.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And like
Yeah, Bodine's posted
Yeah.
all the 8 companies that they're selling.
Breckenridge.
Right.
They made a really good vanilla porter.
Highball.
Blue
Oh yeah,
Energy.
highball energy. Yeah.
Yeah, and things
I
got
know nothing
weird
about that.
with that rep now too. And this doesn't like have to be like
And
you
then
agree
like
with it or agree with
it's a
it.
cannabis company that's buying these,
It's a
right?
cannabis company. It's a cannabis company. And I sent you guys that video the other day of Ric Flair going on Joe Rogan. He was like, dude, I'm making more money in cannabis than I ever did in WWF or WWE. It's like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
money in cannabis. I don't know how it worked. Yeah, they're called the Woo Chews, Ric Flair.
Woo
But
Chews.
That's so funny.
yeah, he's like, I never got the big paydays like these guys, maybe like The Rock or Triple or Stone Cold got. But he's like, all my money, like 2-3 times the amount that I ever made in wrestling, all came from this cannabis thing. You know, pretty later
That's
on in
wild.
life. Yeah, he's got his face on it, the Woohoo Chews. But yeah, this Budweiser thing. You said what? Ollie, I was back in April. What was that 6 months ago?
Yeah, April. So what? 4 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's a bigger
Almost
blow
4
it
months
than
ago.
this? I mean, this is just I mean, this is like a wet dream for Coors and Constellation, man. I mean, it's just like,
Oh, I mean, for their like competitors, it's just like a rainy day.
yeah, I mean, Budweiser was the number one in the lead in the race by such a far distance, and now it's like,
easily.
yeah, no questions.
So
And it's
real quick too, like the funny thing is they had to do nothing. The competition had to do nothing.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't have to come out or put money into this new thing or this new PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon coffee beer or nothing. They literally just did nothing
No,
and
it's
just let
just
these
like-
guys just shoot themselves in the foot. Just, you know, blow all 4 tires down the stretch. And it's the whole thing, the Dylan Mulvaney person, they're even like in cahoots with Budweiser now. They're like, they didn't have my back. You know,
Right.
I'm posting all this stuff on social media, how I feel unsafe, which obviously is bullshit. You know, like, trust me, if you're posting on social media with where you are in the background and this and that, and people can see what's
Right.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me, you have enough money, you could live in a gated community or, you know, an island somewhere where, you know, people aren't going to mess with you. Trust me, you're fine.
You'll
But
be
it
fine.
didn't work out with that side of it either. Now, like, Budweiser's like, we want nothing to do with you. That didn't work out. And she's like, well, what the hell? You know, I thought I was a brand ambassador or whatever you want to call it, an influencer. And they're like, no, we're see you later. And it was just a weird thing all in all. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
Budweiser's giving up Shock Top, 10 Barrel, Widmer, and like 5 others. I think it was 8 brands total.
10 Barrel. That's another one. So yeah.
10 Barrel was
like,
rad. 10 Barrel is such a rad tasting room. It's got a rooftop. It's got a rooftop bar where you can look down on like all of Portland. It was such a rad brewery to go to. Sorry to interrupt you. No, what were you saying?
Oh no. Well, I forgot. Like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, they sold the last time. So like they're getting like tossed around.
10 Barrel sold
10 Barrel,
to
By
Budweiser
AB
5 years
Bev.
ago. Yeah,
Yeah, something like that. It might be a little bit longer than that. I kind of I lose track of time.
it's a weird game. It's a weird game
If I
because
did
there's
it
a
now, it's
yeah.
come up with the modern thing, but
I think that people, once you've been bought and sold a couple times, I think people really don't give a fuck about you. Like Ballast Point was so big in San Diego and they got bought and then they got sold and somebody else picked them up. It's like people really, I mean, unless you don't care or you know, you're just going through the supermarket aimlessly picking stuff up. But I think if you were a diehard drinker of that product and they get bought and sold, I think pretty much most people are just out. What do you think about that, Braj Show?
Especially if you've been like sold multiple times, like
You're bought and you're sold, you're bought and you're sold. Like, what's going on with you guys?
Wow. He values you every time that.
yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Values the brand at least. I mean, we'll see. Like Stone, what's gonna happen to them? I mean, they're already.
Yeah. What's up with
I
Stone
barely
in
see
San
them
Diego?
anymore.
You don't see Stone in Austin? Because I never saw it out in Knoxville. So I don't
I
know.
saw it in Austin, but like I'm like, not like you would see like the different variations. I think like maybe I've seen just Stone IPA every now and then, like in stores, even in like beer shops and whatnot, and just like, yeah, they're pretty much disappeared off our shelves.
What about in SoCal, Trent? I mean,
I feel like you still see them because they have like 5 locations in San Diego. I mean, at least
Oceanside,
hearing about
Nordahl. Nordall's the big one. That's the one where it's like you feel like you're in like Jurassic Park or something. Have you been out there?
them. Right. The one is like Escondido.
Yeah, it's over by the Guitar Center and the big giant hospitals on the right hand side of the freeway out there. That's
It's cool looking.
it's cool looking, but it was like, dude, even like 10 years ago, it was like, you know, you get a side of macaroni and cheese, it was like $16. You're like, fuck, man, who do you guys think you are, man? And then I'd buy like 3 of them. But yeah, that's a big production facility right there.
I mean, like, all you ever see, like Alia says, is like the IPA.
The
Whereas,
green
I feel like
one.
they have more interesting stuff that they just don't distribute.
The smoked porter
Yeah.
was good. I mean, the thing about their beers though is they're just so gnarly. It didn't. I mean, I'm not talking about their Cervecera or the Mexican lager or that goofball effort. Cerveza or the hard seltzer thing they did way too late in the game. But like their original core beers were like all at least probably 7%, except for the red one. I think that was just the Stone Pale. Blue was like smoked porter. Obviously, green was West Coast. Black was, I don't even know. I think it's changed a couple times, but everything was just like so dark, and you just took a sip of it. It was like barky syrup, you know?
Wow.
Everyone thought they were all.
It's a different time now. Like that doesn't really work.
That doesn't really work. You know, I remember even in high school drinking that, and like, yeah, it's so good. And like, you could hear people taking gulps. It was like trying to get down like cough medicine.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
What up, Chris Vodka? What's up, dog? Eric Nelson in the house, man. Tampa Bay. No, met him. Wow. Chris Radiation met Eric Nelson. I don't know if Nick's in here. Nick, Pittsburgh.
Nice.
What are you guys gonna get up to next week?
We're going to go check out breweries we didn't do last time. And in all honesty, I don't really branch out of Knoxville. Like I go to Highwire, and I pretty much just go like to places around here that are with like a mile radius of my house. So I'm going to bring these guys out to like West Knoxville. There's cities out here called like Farragut and Bearden, and they're only like 10 minutes away. 10 minutes away in San Diego is like everywhere you go, at least, you know. But 10 minutes out here is kind of like
You're
far.
already cross town kind of thing.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. What up, Ron Barnes? What's up, Ronnie B?
Wow.
Trent's audio is a bit low. You guys still see in the chat? Do you guys still see a lot of Stone beers? Probably the West Coast IPA. What do we got over here? Boding's Brew. Walked into my local homebrew store, and it is amazing how little space Bud Light and Bud Light have in the cooler. More Modelo and Coors. Yeah, we just talked about that. I mean, you can't get Modelo in Knoxville right now.
That's wild.
It is wild. And I do see a lot more Modelo commercials. And they're going after kind of like, I've seen UFC fighters be in their commercial.
Yeah, that's but
Amanda
even
Nunes.
before the whole thing, those are the ones that I always saw. Those Modelo commercials, like boxers, UFC fighters, things like that.
Right. Yes. Amanda Nunes, I remember that.
I
Chris
like Negro Modelo.
Negro
I'm gonna
Modelo?
get a
Oh, yeah.
Modelo.
That's the
Yeah,
same
Negro
company.
Modelo. Yeah.
That's the
It's
same
just,
company.
I like that one so much more.
Especially this time of the year, man. Everyone's, what is it, 85 in, what's the temperature in SoCal, Trent?
Yeah, it's like low 80s.
Yeah, I mean, who's drinking West Coast IPAs in the daytime right now? I mean, everyone's drinking like the Modelos and the hard seltzers. Or the high noons. I see a lot of those high noons everywhere now.
Oh, I like those.
Those are funny
good.
because those aren't, I don't think they're hard seltzer. I think it just says vodka.
No, they are actual liquor in them.
Yeah, and they
Canned
just,
cocktail.
remember we talked about the power of the can?
So you cannot sell them at like Walmarts and HEBs here kind of thing.
Really?
Because you have to go to a liquor store.
Silly. But
Yep. Even though they're still 5%, but yep.
that's the
And
easiest
so
way to do it.
that's why like the seltzer game was like the way to go, because you could sell them anywhere.
Yeah.
Like literally gas stations, like
Right. You're under the beer and wine license, not the hard alcohol.
you run
Yeah.
into the beer wine license, not that hard liquor license. And so with a lot of states, and that makes things way easier.
Right. No, like I said, man, I see a lot of high noons and they put it in that glass. We've talked about that glass, just the power of that little Red Bull glass. It's so much more desirable than a
With the can?
The can, just the little slim,
Yeah.
the Virginia Slim.
Slim
I call it the
cans is-
Virginia Slim.
Yeah. The slim cans, like, I don't know, They're still 12 ounces, but they seem smaller kind of
Dude,
thing, right?
they're so easy just to grab and carry, and you carry it like a football, the whole 6-pack. You can just throw it in a golf bag. It's just so easy to transport. Nothing breaks.
It's so easy, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember, I think I brought this up, but the last time I was in San Diego, me and my dad were playing golf, and I saw a Corona in that can. I was like, oh shit, Corona's doing hard seltzers now. And they're like, no, that's just Corona. They just put it in that format now. I was like, dude, that's genius. That's genius.
Because Corona never had a can till very, very recent. Well,
but it was the 12-ounce can. They had cans.
They had cans. You're right.
Yeah, but it was the 12-ounce can.
They started doing the slim cans, and I think they did it for like their premiere, like Corona premiere, so like their version of like Michelob Ultra kind of thing.
Yeah.
And because Michelob Ultra has always been in the slim cans.
Michelob Ultra has always been in the slim can. I don't think I've ever seen it, but
they've always either been in bottles or in the slim cans.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, the slim can is like the Bay, dude. Salt Bay.
Yeah.
You put anything in that, and it's just gonna sell like hotcakes, man.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Jorge Castro, Corona posted an 11% increase in sales for the first quarter. Good. Shout out to Corona. I would imagine Modelo is at least they've got to be more in the green. Same with Coors than in the red.
Yeah,
I think
for
Modelo
sure.
passed Bud Light.
But when does this Bud Light thing over? Are people still gonna care in like a year? Are people really gonna
I don't think so.
Is it like it was kind of that weird thing, like when LeBron gets traded, you gotta like light his jersey on fire. Like when Bud Light has this, you gotta like dump it out. And that was funny because Kid Rock's dumbass did the he made that stupid video about him shooting up Bud Lights with AK whatever rifles or assault guns or whatever. He shot him up. It's like, A, you bought that, you had to buy that, so the joke's on you for spending money, and B, you're getting called out for your bar in Nashville that sells Bud Lights like left and right. You're making a lot of money off Bud Light still, dog. I understand that everyone's a little bit PR'd out these days, but come on, man. Like if you really gave a shit, the first thing you would do is probably pull the Bud Light from your establishments in Nashville or wherever else you got them.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
But at the end
eventually they just. Sorry.
No, sorry. What were you saying?
Do you think eventually they just like stop the brand, like just drop Bud Light? Like keep all their other products and hope nobody notices.
I think
make a new light beer or something.
I think it would be their best interest for that Dylan Mulvaney person just to go away. Like, hey, like every time someone sees you, it's going to remind you of like Bud Light and just maybe have a weird taste in your mouth. But they're obviously like an attention whore. Not saying I'm a YouTuber. I attract attention to myself. But when you're making 50 Instagram videos a day about how like what you're doing, and every second of your life you have to put on the internet, I'm sure that drives Budweiser crazy at this point. Just like, dude, like shut the fuck up. Like shut the fuck. Here's $1 million just to like delete your Instagram or something, So I think that's gonna, as long as they're being obnoxious, that person's being, putting out content, I think that there will always be kind of like a parallel line for a lot of people with Bud Light and that person. So will it ever go away? I don't know. Maybe for some people. But at the end of the day, it's just so crazy. Like, this shouldn't have been such a big fuss, in my opinion. It's just a dumb business move. But at the end of the day, like, do people have, like, Bud Light tattoos? They're going to get, like, removed now, like laser removal for them? Like, take it easy, guys. Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to know how many people actually have Bud Light tattoos. You're probably onto something. There's probably, I'd say over under like 100.
There's a lot of stupid people that have alcohol tattoos. I had a buddy in high school that had what's the drink? 7 and 7. What's the alcohol part? 7 something.
Oh, God.
He had 7 Seagrams or something.
He had a 7 Seagrams tattooed on his like shin. And I was like,
oh my God,
you're not even white trash, and you just became white trash. You just entered the circle.
White trash 101.
You were cool before this. What's up, elementary? What's up, dog? What's up, it's Rec? How to become white trash? Get a tattoo of anything.
An alcohol brand.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like beer that much.
I'm gonna add that to my list.
No, but I think it's cool. Like, I've seen chicks that have tattoos of like a little martini glass. I think that's cool. But when you actually have like a brand's label on it, like, hey,
when you put the brand
Mickey's 40s with the bumblebee underneath it.
Hope 45.
Cruise vodka with the Bud Light tramp stamp.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Yeah, it's just funny because it's I understand like the stocks and stuff like that going down and people backing out, but when you're actually talking about people losing their jobs over this, it didn't have anything to do with it, and now you're selling off 8 big brands. It's like, fuck, man, like, damn. It's just like, I thought this was gonna go away. Can't like something happen? Can't there be like a fucking war? No, I'm not saying that, but can't there be like something else in the news so people can just get over this? You know, like, my God.
What's funny is probably like an ad agency came up with this campaign, you know? It's not even like Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch came up with it. They improved it, obviously, but...
I've heard a couple stories. And I've talked to some of the reps because there's people that distribute for Budweiser that don't work for Budweiser. There's a company out here called, I think it's called Eagle or something, but they move a lot of Budweiser beer, and they're like, yeah, like we're getting laid off and stuff like that because obviously Bud Light was their biggest account. Yeah. But it's interesting because they would say, I've heard that, Trent, and I've also heard that it was Budweiser. You can't just like go live without running it by like the people upstairs. Like everybody knew about it. And then when they had the backlash, the owners fired everybody and then said like, we didn't know about it to save our asses. We were completely unaware. So I don't think anyone's ever really going to know the true, you know, what happened behind the curtain. But it was a weird one nonetheless.
So I just thought they should do like a wrestling style promo where they kill the franchise and then they just create like a new character.
That would be good. Just like kill it and start over fresh.
Yeah, how would you do it? Like, how would you bring it back? Like, you'd have to make a parody of it. Like, what if we're just
make fun of yourself in the video.
Make fun of yourself, yeah, and just, you know, it doesn't have to be a video. It could be like a funny T-shirt or a bumper sticker, you know. My child went to school but I don't know, like something out there, you know, like it could be revived, I think, with a joke. Got to be a good joke, though. But I got a super chat here from Mr. Chris Radiation, a.k.a. Eli Gemstone, the righteous gemstone. I told that kraut at the league office that I don't roll on Shabbos. For those who don't know, that's a Big Lebowski reference, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Wow.
I need to get some Big Lebowski clips in here. A Market 8 dude.
You're out of your element, Donnie.
I mean, that's just one of those movies where every time you watch it, it just gets better and funnier, and you pick up on new things.
Oh my God! So my favorite part of that movie is when they like the ashes, just, like go in their face.
Yeah.
Damn.
I didn't even
Y'all
know.
don't hate me. I've never seen that movie.
We've talked about this. I know. There's a lot of movies you haven't seen. All is only 24 though.
There are a lot.
Yeah.
He gets younger every
every podcast, every stream, he gets 5 years younger.
As soon as he's gonna start saying, "Yeah, he's 17," it's like, wait, hold up.
He's underage. That fucking bitch. They're nihilists. Donnie. How about make Bud Light drinkable? That was Gnome's thing. He was like, I never drank Bud Light. You know, I just boycotted it from day one. I boycotted it before it was cool, the thing to do, before you had to smear it all over the internet how much you disliked it.
Hated them, yeah.
I feel like you're just exposing yourself as a Bud Light drinker.
Pretty much, yeah. My thing with Bud Light is like, if you're always going to buy Bud Light, why don't you just get Budweiser? Like, it was always funny to me that Budweiser...
It's the same cost.
It's the same cost, yeah. And like when Heineken came out with a light beer and Corona came out with a light beer, it's like, do you guys really need light beers? I mean, your guys' beers are so light. Well, that was kind of...
It's already light, yeah.
That was kind of the push.
Well, it was always... Michelob Ultra was the one that was like really trying to push it, right?
And Coors Light, yes. Like 100 calories or less. Like that was the thing you'd see on billboards. And that was the thing. I was like, if you rewind the clocks before craft beer got popular... The beer trend before that was everything was like import. Everything was import. That beer got super big. What's that one beer that I always thought tasted exactly like Mickey's? Stella Artois. That beer was huge like in 2010. There was billboards for it everywhere. That big marketing tool, instead of, before craft beer, it was import. Like import, all caps locked on everything. And then before that, it was what you're talking about, like 100 calories or less. And I was always kind of like, if you're so worried about like drinking beer, just don't drink a beer. Like I don't want to be like, oh, I need this fucking 60 calorie beer. Like at that point, like I'll just drink a vodka tab or something. You know, like if I'm so worried, I know what beer is. I know it's got a lot of calories in it.
Right.
I'm not gonna run around like who's got the cheapest, the lightest hamburger.
Who's got the lightest beer?
Yeah, who's got the 80-calorie hamburger? Like I don't give a shit.
Right.
I know it's a hamburger. I want to eat it. I don't care. I don't want to think about this right now. I've had a bad day. I want to drown in my shame. All I want to do is
drinking. I want the booze. I do not want the lightness.
Yeah. I want to live in shame, eat my food by myself at midnight.
Let me enjoy my McDonald's McChicken and fries.
I just don't want anybody to see me, and we're good. It's a cheap thrill. I had McDonald's for dinner tonight.
I know, that's why I said it.
Yeah, I sent that Snapchat to everyone. Everyone's cracking up. 2 McDonald's in the last week.
And I'm just, what was funny is just I will always hear that rant of you on McDonald's.
Like, who the fuck
and then
eats
the
it?
very
Yeah.
next, and then the very next day you're in the drive-thru, and I'm just like, I will never forget that.
Yep.
It always cracks me up.
Yep. Yeah, I can be a hypocrite. Big time
That's
from
what
time to
life's
time.
about.
Well, I woke up at 7. I was like, do I make food? I'm looking around my kitchen. I'm like, dude, I'm thinking about making food. Is that...
Yeah, because you had a late going with Sean, right? Yesterday.
Dude, me and Sean, we're living pretty good these days. And I'm gonna get him and his roommate a little bit more involved with Homebrew for Life. I'm already kind of writing jokes a little bit. But I need another guy out here. I'm already writing jokes about how this guy could like one day fill Maury's role. And it's like clips of Maury just like, hanging out like a bowling alley, eating like a bunch of food, like sitting there, like drinking a ton of beer. Like one day, like this guy's got potential to be like Maury. But no, we were on a good one. We'll go to this new restaurant. It's called Stir. You guys like oysters? I know Noam's never had food outside of buffalo chicken sandwich, but Alias, do you like oysters?
I recently tried oysters. What was it? Father's Day.
Nature's most powerful aphrodisiac.
Dude, honestly, I had some great oysters and fantastic. Like they were great. Like I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it.
Good. We'll get some oysters at this new place by my house.
I put a little bit of like the cocktail sauce, the vinegar, and some
little
hot sauce,
horseradish.
and I was like, I didn't really care for horseradish. I'm not a
Really?
big horseradish guy. But like I do like hot sauce, so I put hot sauce on it, and I was like, that was good.
Yeah. There's kind of like a perfect ratio you got to do it, or else you don't really taste any of the oyster at all. You still want that ocean rush.
Right.
You still want a little bit of that ocean rush.
Right. You don't want that like full on like dankness kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't want like old seafood flavor kind of thing. You don't want
Right.
to get that, right?
You also don't want to eat them raw too, because then it just tastes like a loogie. Like you're swallowing a lot of.
It looks like a loogie.
It is a loogie. I know, it's like this weird,
It
like
totally looks like one.
yeah. I was gonna take it one step further, but we're gonna leave it at loogie. But
Let me go grab a beer real quick.
yeah, that's a safe bet. It's snotty for me. That's a good word for it. Snotty at
You guys
loogie.
were eating there, and I was like, oh damn, they had an oyster bar. I was like, I'll be down to try that. I'd be down.
No, and I'm trying to move my dad out here. Like I said, I had my prejudices of the South before I came out here. I think most people do, and my dad has even way more.
Especially like if you've lived in a certain area for so long, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I'm kind of glad I've lived both in the South and in the Northeast.
New York,
right?
yeah. People are people.
And like people, everybody's like, oh, they're all assholes. Like, no, there's still a lot of great people out there.
Right.
And you depend, like, there's a bunch of rednecks out there that are even more racist than here. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, and
Like-
and I was worried about that too. And like you'll go to a bar that's like all country or whatever, and it's like this is like the nicest fucking. This band is phenomenal. Like everyone here is so rad, and there's so much love. Like this is nothing at all how I thought. Like it was
Yeah.
gonna be like in how Hollywood's gonna portray it and stuff like that.
Right.
But I need to move. I need to get my dad out here though, because I want my dad to move out to Knoxville. He's just got to see it. And one of the places I could sell him on it is the oyster place that I'm going to take you guys to. This is like, dude, this is
Hell yeah.
more San Diego than San Diego.
Back off, boy child. Seriously.
I remember, you messaging me that like this is like more San Diego than San Diego, and I was like,
Dude,
that's pretty cool.
The restaurants and the breweries are coming in now. And like I said, I came to Knoxville at a really good time. 10 years ago, I heard it was all just like fast food and Applebee's.
Right, and your dad's dollar is gonna go way further in Knoxville than it is where he is now.
Say it again?
his dollar is gonna go
Oh,
way
dude.
further.
Oh man, like a condo in La Costa is like $1 million. $1 million out here
Yeah.
will buy you like a 6-bedroom house.
I'm sure there's plenty of good golf out there too. Like
Yeah,
you
there
guys
is.
have the land for it.
Yeah, and it was funny because my dad went and played golf in Temecula a couple weeks ago. He's like, it was 100 degrees. He's like, I just couldn't do it. Like after the 9th hole, we all just were like, this is stupid. It's too hot for golf. We can't
Oh, let's
enjoy
go
ourselves.
golfing.
Yeah, I'm down to go golfing. We could bring Noam out there. It's gonna be the worst day of Noam's life. If he didn't hit one golf ball at Top Golf, he's gonna hate an actual 18 holes of golf.
Yeah, I mean he can putt and shit.
Yeah, he can get drunk and
Yeah.
drive around the golf cart. That's what I used to do
Yep.
with my friends when I didn't have a
I'll
set.
be your drunk driver.
Or he could be our caddy. He tells us what club to use.
Let's
and
go, baby.
What? And it'd be
That one
perfect because he
looks
doesn't
cool.
know
Use
shit.
that one. Yeah,
Just-
yeah. I'll just be just guessing.
I mean-
that one.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you're outside hiking and drinking. Like it's fuck the
Right?
golf
Like it's a
ball.
good time.
Yeah.
It's you're with your boys. Like it's a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be down, man, for sure. I'm down for anything, dude.
I
That's just how I am.
I shot a 122 and I had a phenomenal time playing golf. And for those who don't know that, that's like pretty much giving up like 30 runs in baseball. Like it's very bad. Did you see that meme I sent you of that little kid coming down the slide?
What's the way too? You
oh,
should
what-
just give up on.
A 122, but you par the last one as you're coming in and everybody can see you.
he's
And
like-
and all of a sudden your shit don't stink. Yeah, but a 122 is like god awful. And not only that, but I didn't know how bad it was. And I put it on the internet and my friends were like, dude, I'm never golfing with you ever again. Why do you ask us to play golf with you? I shot like an 82 last time. You shot a 122. I'm never playing golf with you, CH. I was like, fuck you. Like we can
You
still
just
play
don't
golf
get
and
it.
have a good
You don't
time.
get it.
Yeah, man. I don't want to be
Playing for competition.
If
playing
yeah,
for-
that's the
you're
only
trying out for the high school
reason you're
team.
playing
Take
golf?
it easy. Yeah.
I have friends who are really good at golf and have friends who are like not so good at golf.
Right.
And I enjoy playing with both, right?
right.
Like I'm down to like push myself, have a couple $1 bets here, like
Right.
whatever. But I also like playing with folks who like to get hammered on a golf course and don't care what their scorecard looks like.
That's me.
Because they're just 4 hours in the woods, just fucking hitting balls. Like, let's
Yeah.
go.
The old saying, it's not where you go, it's who you're with, is 100% true, but it's even
Absolutely.
way more true with golf. You know, it's like,
Fucking Lily.
I don't
But
want
I
to.
hate when I play with really bad players and then they get drunk and get pissed off that their game is shit. It's
Right.
just like, first of all, when's the last time you actually like took lessons?
Right.
Second of all, you're like 7 beers in.
Right.
Like that's not helping you. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand why you're getting mad because you're not doing anything that would represent good golf. So it's just like
It can be frustrating. Have you ever seen somebody throw a punch on a golf course?
throw a punch on a golf course. I've never seen someone throw a punch on a golf course.
Because it can get pretty tested. There's a lot of people in there that can piss you off or can suck or whatever. You know, I can understand the frustrations. And then this guy's having the worst day of his life, or thinks he's having the worst day of his life, and now he's drunk.
Yeah.
And now there's like a guy he's never met before who's like, "Hey, just bend your knees and keep your eye on the ball." And like you're just like, "Dude, shut the fuck up, man! Shut your fucking face up."
Yeah, like
Because that's happened to me
thing is-
before.
the thing is like I don't give any advice unless someone asks me.
Yes, and this is why I
If
got.
you ask me for it, I'll give it to you.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yes. And never give advice unless like you're that person's dad, son, or best friend. You know, if you get paired with somebody and this random guy,
Especially a random.
random guy
A rando.
is legitimately, and he's a kid, and he's like after the 5th time of him telling me to bend my knees and keep my eye on the ball, I'm like, dude, I'm fucking doing that every time, and I'm still slicing the shit out of it. Like, shut up. Like, I just looked at him. I was like, in front of my dad, I was like, hey, like, shut your fucking face up. Like, I know that you feel really good right now because you're having a good day of golf and you feel like you're a teacher and you're helping, but you're not. And I would be in
You're
such a
just
better
making my day worse.
yeah, I'd be in such a better mood right now if I didn't see your face or hear your voice. It sucks that we got paired up with, but just like shut the fuck up, you know? And then you've got the friends that are like, and I used to freak out in the beginning, but after I realized like I suck at golf and I'm never going to be good, the game got a lot funner. The days were just a lot better. And you'd have your friends that are like,
The day you realize you're just there to have a good time,
yeah,
it becomes so much better.
There's no money. There's no tournament. There's no cameras. You can
Right, like, I used
cheat.
to
You
get
can lie, but you're only cheating
frustrated.
yourself. Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not playing any tournaments. I'm
Right.
not competing.
Right.
Like, I know I can play golf.
Yeah.
Let me just crack open a beer. Let me
Yeah.
relax.
Yeah.
Let me laugh at, like, play some music. Let's have a good time.
Find some
And as soon as,
superstitions.
As soon as I realized that, I'm just like, you know what? This ball could go left, it could go right, it could go straight down the middle.
Right.
Who gives a fuck?
Right.
I bought a 12-pack of shitty balls, and I really don't care. Let's go.
What do they say? The worst day of golf is still a better day than your best day of work or something. You know, it's true.
Stay at work,
But it's funny because I've got this one buddy who's always like calming everyone down. He's like Kevin Nealon from Happy Gilmore. He's like, hey, dude, chill out. It's all good. We're all good. We're out here having fun. We're best friends. It's a good, beautiful day. The sun's out. And then he hits a bad shot. And he's like, fuck, God damn it. Like, dude, you literally just calmed us all down, man.
He's got to have his own advice, yeah.
Throwing his club into the lake, throwing a fit like a 2-year-old girl with a
I've
skin
never
knee.
thrown a club, but I've slammed a club for sure.
I'm not even.
I've kicked the cart. I've kicked the cart for sure.
I think when I get pissed off playing golf, it's just let's just drink a beer. Like, hey, as pissed off as you can get, let's just crack a beer or a Buzz Boy or whatever the hell. I'm gonna get another beer. I'll be back.
I do need a beer.
What
Yeah, when
fruit
are you guys
golf,
coming
no?
to Austin again?
Whenever you guys think is a good time, it's good for me.
Next year for sure is a good time for me. And when did you guys come? Like, no, August, right?
Sounds about right.
I want to get you guys with like better weather, like cooler weather, because I feel like it was a bit hot when you guys came. So it's hard for us to do stuff outside.
I love Austin. It's a great city.
What's
Fantastic.
killer for sure.
And there's like some new bars that have like opened up near me, so like I'm really excited to take you guys there for like just fun nights and whatnot. And
Yeah.
then and take you out to the West Side breweries and stuff like that we didn't have time to go to.
I mean,
And then we can do some
West
and
Side?
and we can make barbecue too.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be a must.
You got to get the
Yeah.
you got to get the Braj Show out there, the El Braj Show, cracking
I would love to come.
open this South O beer. Trent, do you go to South O often? I feel like that's maybe one of your more frequented watering holes.
I'll be right back.
Every now and then, try to hit something different.
Where do you go to the most? Probably Black Plague.
Probably Bagby, honestly.
Okay.
But
Is there still
usually
just
like a combo. I'll do like Bagby and then South O or something like that.
Is there just still the Bagby's right there in Oceanside
yeah.
on the 101? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
They just make great like beer, flavored beer. I feel like I go more crazy on my channel, and then when I go out, it's like kind of just want regular beer.
Right. I just want like a light pale or a Pilsner or something. And they have a pretty good kitchen. I'm sure they've got some vegan options.
Oh yeah, they like when they after the pandemic they switched to a bunch of vegan options.
Okay. What about the Plot? Do you
I love the Plot.
Yeah. That's the Wrench and Rodent. That's probably my favorite restaurant, but that's their it's all vegan, right? Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
It's a great place to live, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I miss you, man. I just wish you'd move back.
Can't do it, dude. Every time I go back to San Diego, I feel like I'm just gonna die a lot faster if I live in San Diego. Just like more people, more traffic, more people cutting you off. Like I just don't think it's healthy for me to be around that many
Yeah.
people. But I
Well, if you
mean,
keep getting people to move to Knoxville from San Diego, then.
yeah. Here's my thing. I think Knoxville's got a good 10 years left in it before it becomes like Asheville. So I'll live here till then, and then I got to figure out somewhere else to live after that, maybe like Chattanooga or something. But I don't know. I kind of feel like cities just have like a good 10 years, unless you're just like, hey, I don't mind. Like I can live in like New York or downtown Chicago forever, and I could just deal with lines and people and traffic and waiting, But I can't do it. I'm not one of those people. I don't think it's like healthy to be around, and San Diego's got to go from like 5-lane highways to 7-lane highways. It's like, maybe it's time to leave, This is just kind of a sign that there's just a lot of people coming in. Yeah. I'm going to turn my AC on really quick.
I grew up in an area that was really small, not a lot of people. Then I moved to Chicago, and it was a ton of people.
Yeah.
Then moved to LA, even more people. And now I've kind of taken a step back. So it's like I'm slowly working my way back to.
Yeah, I'd imagine that San Diego, as much as I think that San Diego is like LA, it's not. LA is when I was just going from, I think, Union Station to LAX. I think it's maybe 5 miles, but it took like 40 minutes to get to in an Uber. And I was like, this is just weird. Like, this is just stupid, you know? Like, but that's, some people can't just pack up all their shit and move to, you know, where they want to do. You're just there. Your family's here. You got to take care of somebody, or your job's here. You can't just peace out, you know?
Yeah.
What's your take on LA, though? Do you still like that city, or is it just like it was just too much? It was just too expensive, too many people. I mean, everything's got its pros and cons, but could you live in LA again, or did that ship
No,
sail?
I think it was good. Like I enjoyed it while I was there, but it's kind of dirty. But
It's kind of dirty, and you see it. Like when I would go to LAX and I would take the train down, you could see, like, from where Union Station picks you up, and you see the graffiti and the homelessness and the trash. It looks like Mexico, Tijuana from the 90s. And then you go 10 minutes south, you know, because you're pretty much just running, you know, on the train tracks right there along the ocean. And it gets nicer. And then you get to, like, Anaheim, it's nice. And then you get to, you know, Capistrano and Dana Point. It's just super nice. So you see, like, the class. Like, you see, like, the further you get outside of, like, the nucleus of LA, every 10 minutes it's like a different cleanliness or class, or, you know, it's from lower middle to middle upper to up, you know. You could see, like, the money kind of go.
like it was like I feel like it was just like at one point it was like the entertainment capital. You know, everyone, if you wanted to do,
You had to go to LA,
the entertainment, you had to
or
be there.
it was LA or New
it
York. Yeah, whether you wanted
Yeah.
like anything, like porn, comedy, modeling,
Right.
anything, like you had to go there. And
But now it can be anywhere.
it could be
and do
anywhere.
it, right?
You could be in your bedroom and podunk, whatever.
Right.
But yeah, like Knoxville has one bad street of homelessness, but what I do like about that is they all kind of get to like one spot, you know, like it's like a beehive. It's not the homelessness like spread out everywhere, and like everywhere you look there's kind of a bum on every corner.
It's
like,
just one, just one area.
it's
and
just
that's
one
their thing.
it's just one little Skid Row street. People stay away from it. There's always kind of cops in there. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's got the shade or it's the coolest spot, but that's kind of Knoxville, and it's not bad. Obviously, like people don't, you know, people would like there be more cures and solutions for homelessness, but you're gonna have it in every big city, at least, you know, like at least, you know, in big cities, you know, you're gonna have it in small to medium-sized cities as well. But as long as like you can kind of get a handle on it and just keep them like one spot, you know, so they're not hanging out at fucking pools or elementary schools or, you know, your front lawn or something, you know, that's kind of the best case scenario, like the best thing you can kind of hope for, because it's inevitable, you know, like it's always going to be a thing. It's always going to be there. There's no like cure for homelessness. I mean, it's just a game of numbers thing, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna turn the AC on really quick. I'll be back.
Yeah. Do you think?
Wonder what that AC's like. No, I'm like,
You don't have any?
nah, dude. I brought up earlier, but I only spend like 4 to 5 hours here a day, so it's kind of like pointless.
I got Kyle.
Just a place to crash.
I got Kyle coming into town at 9 in the morning, man. It's gonna be interesting.
Oh, you guys collaborating?
No, we were gonna do the Ollie Oz. You have the hose set up underneath your sink. Yeah, I don't know if I have everything set up for that. We were gonna do that, but he's got to get a windshield replaced on his big van, and that's like 20 minutes away, which is like probably the furthest I've ever gone. East.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
we're
if
gonna
he
hang
doesn't
out.
do it, I literally have everything for it.
He
so-
was. I sent him a picture. He was like, "We have to pick up a couple things from Lowe's, and it might be like a couple hours." I'm like, "Dude, let's just go get breakfast, man. Like, I'm not gonna bring you back, and then, you know, bring you back to my house from Farragut, and then bring you back to your car whenever your windshield's ready."
I don't really like beer that much.
Because if you want to film what I'm doing for your host thing,
That'd be
like,
rad,
we
yeah.
can we can film it during like the brew day.
Yeah, for sure. Okay,
'Cause it
cool.
literally takes like 10, 15 minutes. So like while water's heating up or something, we can like you can film me like under the sink.
Yeah, for sure. I'll clean up the sink and everything, and I'll make it look accessible for you and easy to film so the audience can get it.
Yeah.
What do you do to chill on your claw hammer system, Trent? Do you run a hose into your kitchen? Or you brew
Yeah,
outside?
it's like running across my whole apartment.
You are?
Yeah. Chilling's my least favorite part. So I've tried like everything. I've gotten the counterflow chillers, I've gotten the immersion chillers, and nothing is good enough.
What about doing what we're
So
talking
you gotta
about?
do what I do.
Yeah, you got to put it
'cause
under your sink.
I'm gonna change.
Back off.
I'm gonna
my child,
change
seriously.
y'all's chilling game for life.
What's that?
So I don't use because our tap water, like during summer, the coldest it is about 77 degrees.
Yeah, it's kind of like mine's.
It's garbage. So what I use is I fill up a cooler with a bit of water and a bunch of ice, and I put like a pond pump, and I pump that ice water into my plate chiller, and then
What's a plate
I
chiller?
trickle out of
Oh,
my
yeah.
plate chiller straight into my fermenter. So I go straight from like boil temps into my fermenter, and the liquid coming out into my fermenter averages between 55 to 60 degrees.
Nice.
Nice.
I used to do that. That used to be my thing. Is I had a pump to circulate it or whatever.
Yeah.
Like immersion. But I also don't have an ice machine, so that's why.
Here we go. Vivor.
Yeah,
So-
Coming full
Oh,
circle.
Spending like $20 on ice every week. Or every
So
time
yeah, I did. So I mean, I do buy ice bags, but like, I want to see. I'm trying. Like, I'm still on Facebook Marketplace looking for like an ice maker. Like, if I can find one for like $100, like
Damn, what's the price on that?
it's a
new?
done deal.
Like a real ice maker, like
Oh.
a restaurant's
No,
commercial.
not a full. I don't need a full on commercial one, but like something like a half size commercial one, like would be great because like I always need ice for like when I go to the lake and stuff like that. Always need to fill up coolers and whatnot. So it's just like having an ice machine would be great. And then I've been watching
It would be
like
nice.
makeshift YouTube videos,
Yeah.
like how to like get like the fridge ice makers and put them into like a chest freezer. And I'm like, damn, that also seems cool, but like a lot of work, and I'm not that good like with the wiring and stuff like that. So it's just like, well, and I'm also a bit lazy on that side. So
I basically just get it as cold as I can and then put it in the fermenter
Back
and then
off,
run
war
the
child, seriously.
cooling coil until I get to fermentation time.
Yeah.
I don't have one of them cooling coils.
I don't think that chilling's like a thing anymore. I mean, back in the day, it was like, what's the fastest way to chill? But like Northwest Small Batch Brewing, it's like no chill, no chill, no chill, no chill. I haven't chilled in my last 3 batches of beer, and I think it's made for better brew days. I mean, your shit's going to be out, and you can't clean your kitchen because you have all the stuff sitting out, but it makes the brew day a lot less stressful, and I've got no problems with it. I think the only problems I have with my...
Taking it in like a fermentation chamber, or are you just leaving it out?
No, I'm making a video on like my top 10 regrets now that I'm kind of brewing again. It's like I should have gotten the next step up from the 5.1 cubic foot chest freezer, because that thing fills up so
7
fast.
foot?
Yeah, 7 foot's so much better. I mean, it's really not that much of a difference as far as how much room it's going to take up in your kitchen. But when you go up from the 7 foot, it gets like big. If you
Yeah,
wanna go-
no, like the 5 foot and 7 foot are very, very
yeah,
similar in
but
size.
but you can't even like. I want to do a video on the claw hammer.
And you can easily fit 3 kegs in, right? Like
You got to go 7
the
foot.
5
You got to go 7
is
foot.
5, you can only fit 2, and if you do like a half keg on the stepper,
Yeah.
right?
And even at that point, like when it's in my house, I want the CO2 tank in the thing, so that's gonna take up room.
I keep my 10-pound CO2 tank in my
Inside of it, yeah, it doesn't
freezer.
have to be.
Yeah.
But when you're in the garage or whatever, and you have more space, like drill the hole in your collar and then put your gas on the outside. But when it's in the kitchen, like I don't want this clunky ass fucking tank sitting out. Like
No, 100%.
somebody knocks it over, it's just gonna dent the drywall like super easy.
I mean, they're also gonna hurt their foot too.
Yeah, and
'Cause
the
they use a 10-pounder too.
10-pound tank.
10-pound, because the 10-pound tank is just a little bit taller than the 5-pound.
Yeah.
And it still fits on the shelf in your keezer.
Yeah, no, I gotta make that video, man. That's such an easy video for me to make because there's definitely things I picked up on, and I'm gonna include it. I'm gonna steal everything you just said and put it in the video and make money off you all those.
That's fine.
But do you guys do what do you guys do for
capitalism?
your exploitism? Do you guys do the manifold for your CO2 lines, or do you guys do a regulator with dual gas spigots?
I do
Or
a
gas-
manifold and just do it all at the same pressure.
So I'm a bit different. So my keezer with a 3-tap setup, I have the duotite EVA barrier stuff. So I have 3 regulators for 3 taps,
Regulators.
as well as like the regulator out of the CO2 tank.
Yeah.
But for my 2-tap kegerator that I have, I literally have it just the main regulator on the tank, and it goes to a hose inside with a T, like not even like, what is it? The manifold? I don't even use the manifold. I use like a T barb fitting and have 2 CO2
I like
lines off of
that. And no leaks with that at all, or do you have you never
None.
figured out where leaks
That
come
thing has
from?
been-
Okay.
That thing has been more solid than any CO2 system I've used.
Okay, cool. Because I think my manifold, I've had 2 CO2 leaks, and one of them happened here in Knoxville. One of them happened a couple
So
years
the
ago in
thing
San
with
Diego.
the
And I
problem
think it
with
was from the
manifolds-
manifolds. I think it's always been from my manifold.
Manifolds have so many different moving
Places
parts to them.
to go wrong. Yeah.
They have too many things to go wrong. Like if you just have like, especially if you're doing 2 taps, a T-bar fitting is all you really need.
Right.
Like it really is all you need.
And there's this what's the
It does
good
the same thing. You just can't like turn off one side and turn off the other.
Right.
If you want to turn off one side, just unplug it from whatever keg it's connected to.
for sure. Yeah, and I think from time to time, like it comes and goes on Amazon. But what's the good company called? Keiko? I think I have a Keiko. I think I've always had a Keiko.
Yeah, they make really great regulators.
They make
I really like
great
their stuff.
regulators, and you can get what's a regulator like $49, and sometimes you can get the dual on there for like $59. You're like you have to buy this.
I always,
you would
I
have
always
to
get
this.
the one that tells you how much you have left in your tank as well as what your pressure is at.
You gotta
I
have,
like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you
I
rock
think
for
you should-
regulators over there on the right side? Sorry, Alice, what were you saying?
I've also used just like random like Chinese brands off of Amazon.
For the regular?
Fantastic.
No problem?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
No problem.
Yeah, I think
But
everything
but make sure you do check the reviews. Like if it's $20,
fishy.
double check your reviews.
I smell fish.
Yeah, but like if it's like $45, $50, $60, that's 45 is kind of where my like range is where anything
From-
below
from
that.
Vivo.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything if it says Vivor, like don't get it.
Vivo,
Watch
man.
my regulator is actually Vivor.
I'm glad we have this platform and we could keep it real, man. Because we're not talking shit at all about Vivor. We're letting people know
No,
what
we're
not to
letting
buy,
people
you
know about like
Back off, war
Like,
child. Seriously.
people. If you have a bad experience, you tell people, right? Like
It's just so
you have a
weird.
good experience, you also tell folks.
Right. It's
Yeah,
just
I mean,
so-
I see a ton of people posting about it, so it's like, I feel like I gotta let people know.
posting
Yeah.
that it's vouched
But
for or
the thing is,
complaining.
like, and they might even be pulling reviews that are bad.
Yeah, that's
That's-
what's
everywhere I've been
bullshit
seeing-
about Amazon and Yelp.
Yes.
Like they can pay money to have those things taken off, and it's like
Because
that
I'm like
takes
looking
away
at their
the-
reviews, and they're all like pretty decent.
right.
There's like the 3-star reviews seem more realistic, but I think anything less than a 3-star, they're pulling them.
Yeah, and if you
I'm
want
about to give it a 5-star.
no one's going in with a 5-star. If you want to keep it real, if you want the rating system to have credibility, it has to be organic. That's the only way that it works. But
Absolutely.
yeah, I don't know. There was
That's
one.
why YouTube getting rid of the dislike showings.
I don't
so
know.
good.
Yeah, I never really figured that one out.
But you can still see what dislikes you get, right?
Yeah, it's a scale thing. Like Trent, you could have the best video of all time. Like, hey, I'm gonna spend another extra week on this video, just putting in more stuff, more keyframing, or more this and that. You're still gonna get thumbs downs. Like, it's
Sure, nice.
and you want to have the thumbs downs because that lets you know that like people are watching, right? It's not just like your friends and
It's
family.
more realistic kind of thing.
Right. You have to have the.
There's this one YouTube channel. I love what he says. If you don't like the video, press the dislike button twice just to make sure
Yeah.
you disliked it.
Dr. Hans used to say that.
I think that's hilarious.
I used to say shit like that. I used to say a lot of dumb shit, but I don't know. Like at the end of the day, for as kind of not like a troll that I am, like I don't think I've ever really like thumbs down a YouTube video. I just like, I think what's worse is just clicking off it, like just keeping their average view duration down. Like I'm not going to spend I don't know. Spend that 2 extra seconds to.
I think what people don't realize is like the thumbs up, thumbs down is more for the algorithm than like promoting the video. It more teaches like the algorithm that I as a viewer don't like this video, so don't show it and me other things like that.
But I think even if it gets a lot of thumbs down, like it's still getting
Engagement.
The video's getting attraction.
It's getting engagement.
That's the word.
Exactly,
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So it's like it's still gonna promote it because it's like, okay, people will still watch what they don't like for sure.
Yeah. Bodine's Brews has just donated $21.69 for my spot on CH's couch. Big shout out to Bodine's Brews, man. Always supporting the channel.
Hell yeah.
Hey, that couch is there when you want it. It's a small couch. I can barely fit on it. It's more for Noam up there, top right. He fits on it like a Harry
He's
Potter
living
bed, you know? Yeah, man.
Like you gave me the king size?
Yeah,
So nice.
dude.
Ah.
Noam's like 5'6", dude.
No, 5'4".
I was fucking hyping you up, Noam, and you didn't have to go there, but
Yeah, dude.
I'm just kidding, man. No, you guys figure out the
I
rooms
just
again.
got sent this photo of me.
Nice.
Is that you?
Sorry.
The car's back.
Yeah.
Man. Trent, how are you hearing this right now? Where's your headphones? Do you have plugs in?
No, I'm just playing it through the speakers.
Oh,
You
really?
getting any feedback?
No, not at
No.
all. That's why I'm surprised.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Not much love, Bodine's Brews. Chris Radiation in the house, man.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Spend the night with CHIPA. What up, Phil Stevenson? Denoid XD. If I don't want to see the channels BS in my feed, that's when you dislike. Okay. That's exactly what the Braj Show was just talking about. It's more of like what they. I thought it was an engagement thing, and it could be to an extent, but it's more of kind of like I don't want this showing up on my feed.
Yeah,
like when you go to YouTube.com, they show what 8 or 12 videos. They let you know.
I guess like even with like Netflix's, right? They have their thumbs down. Like, do
They
you
do?
like this? Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
And then you get like a
Because they
percentage.
changed it from rating from like giving it 5 stars or 4 star, like a star rating to thumbs up, thumbs down.
Got it.
And then they changed it from that to I like this, I don't like this, I kinda don't like this, or something like that.
I just feel like it's.
it, love it, gotta have it.
I think what's better is just the average view duration or whatever. It's like if I just want to stop watching, like I can't watch Black Mirror anymore. It's not like unhealthy. I just get it. I just understand. Like we're all robots that are slaves to social media. Like I get it, you know. But
Black Mirror is just too realistic, and I'm just like, I don't need to be depressed.
yeah, we're all robots. We're all just addicted to cyber stuff. It's like, well, I can just go outside and go on a run for an hour, and like I don't think there's like a fucking robot.
Oh,
in,
talk
like,
about runs. I did the Stairmaster today.
Stairmaster's the shit, man. How'd you
What
feel?
level do you do it at?
I typically start at 8 and I do it for
Okay.
10 minutes. Then I get up to like 14 to 16 and run my ass off for like 4 or 5 minutes. And I go back to 8.
God damn. I did 8.
Dude, I'm like Rocky Balboa, man. Like I'm better at the Stairmaster
I
than
did-
I am at running.
I did 10 minutes at 8 and I was dead. I had to push myself to get to that 10 minutes.
Did you barf? Did you throw up all over the gym?
No, I didn't. And then I
Damn.
did a couple weight workouts afterwards.
Nice. Dude, Stairmaster works way better than just running. I mean, you'll start sweating in like a couple minutes. That doesn't
I
happen.
felt it through my whole legs.
Yeah. Stairmaster for is Bay.
Yeah, I recently got a
his
gym
fam.
membership and I'm excited about it. It's because it's like literally like 3 minutes from my
Back
work.
off, war
Good,
child.
man.
So I'm packing my workout bag, going straight after. Like,
Thigh Master IPA.
yeah.
No, that's all guys. If you want to go to the gym, if we wake up super hungover, which is going to happen probably every morning, we'll just go to the
Probably.
gym and get a sweat in really quick, and then just kill the hangover. It's really the only way hangovers get depleted
And
from my
for me,
body.
it's just like
There
2
ain't no-
bottles of water and 3 ibuprofen, and my hangover is gone.
Nah, man. I mean, like again, you're 21. I'm 38. It's a lot different when you
My
get.
age changed.
Yeah. Noam, what's up with you up there, man? What's up with your chilling game? What do you do to chill out on your system, on your expensive ass nice system?
Eat plate filler, right?
So,
Do you mix it up
so
though?
my groundwater's very cold, so I start off with that. I bring it down to about 100, then I switch to the glycol.
There's no. I mean, I know, but for those who are unaware, do you ever do a no chill, or is that too risky for you?
It's just too easy for me to get down to pitching temps within like
Right.
I don't know, 30 to 45 minutes. So
Right.
probably even like less if I actually like. I do it kind of like low key nowadays.
Wow.
Like I'll fill a bucket and then I'll let it the heat transfer, because the water in the unit tank will be nice and ice cold.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll take some time before it heats up. I just I'm not really trying to get it down as quick as possible anymore. I used to, but
Just no rush.
it's-
Everyone's
it
kind
doesn't
of
take long at all.
everyone's a
Yeah.
little bit more lackadaisical with chilling your wart down.
But I do
Stairmaster
try to get it
separates
down
them
to
from the
like
boy.
100 as quick as I can.
What's your chiller again? Do you have the what are the two chillers on the market? What's the one that Brew Cabin had? And then there was the one that the who's the guys out there? Bent Gate has. They've got the no. What's the brand for your chiller? They're like
I have the SS Brewtech.
SS Brewtech. That's the one that's like $1,000. It's like
Oh,
one
like the
horsepower.
glycol thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also the first generation, so it's like kind of.
Oh, it's old
good,
school
you
kind of
know?
thing.
What's going on with
Yeah.
it? Is it not pumping?
Dude, it still works 6 years later, but like a month after I bought it, they changed it up. They made like the version 2,
That sucks.
and then like maybe a year after that, they made like the 3rd version.
That's what happened to me
so-
when I bought my camera.
Yeah. I mean,
Sony A7
zero
II.
complaint.
Bought it for like $1,500. Like 2 months later, there was the A7 III. I wasn't gonna buy that, but my camera went down like
Oh,
$300. Yeah, it went down like $300 like a month after I bought it. That's life, though,
That's
man.
cool.
Everyone's got that story.
Wow.
Yeah.
Trent, you still rocking your OG Canon T3i or?
No, I upgraded. This is a R7, Canon R7.
Oh yeah. Okay. What do you think of that so far?
Are you using that for right now too?
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
What
That's
do
why
you
you're
are
looking
you?
so crispy?
Yeah, are you running
Yeah,
it
I
through
was
like a
thinking-
Cam Link or a Elgato or?
Just a HDMI, and HDMI to USB-C.
Okay.
That's it.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, I don't know if I need that for. I'm rocking the Logitech 1080. I mean, they call it like 1080, but like, come on, it's like the shittiest.
Yeah.
Everything aperture, ISO, everything else after that.
Wow.
Here he is, Nick Smith in the house, man. What's up, Braj?
Back off.
We got the
child,
double
seriously.
dose of Pittsburgh.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like
Hey,
beer that
Bodine's
much.
Brews, man. Much love for that super chat, man. Thanks for helping everything going, man. I'm gonna buy some door handles for these guys so they can get into the passenger side next weekend with that super
Shit, I
chat.
forgot about that.
Back off, war child.
Yeah, man. We might be getting in through the window one of these days. Mike, hey, there he is, the Ron. Hey, man. I've said it before,
I
and I'll
can help
say it
you
again.
change out door handles and stuff.
I'll
That's
pick it
not
up
hard.
tomorrow. I'll buy him tomorrow with the super chat money from tonight. But like
Yeah,
I
just
said,
give
man,
me give me a beer and I'll just.
Yeah,
get
I'll
to
put
work
you to
on
work,
shit.
brother. I'll put you to work, man. Like I said, nice cars only get you laid in 80s movies, dude. If you're hanging out with a chick who's with you for your car, that chick fucking sucks, man. If I can pick up a chick with a 96 Tacoma that she can't even like,
Yeah.
you
Hey,
know,
that's the thing.
crawl
You
in
have
through
a
the
nice
window,
car and if you have
man.
a
We
shit
got
box,
love at first sight,
First
man.
thing you always take is the shit box.
Yeah.
Because if she can handle the shit box, then she deserves the nice car.
100%. All y'all, you put the door handles in, man. I'll buy you all you can eat oysters.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's a trip. It's right next to MOB too. We can just bounce right around there.
Send me the just like year and model, like year of the Tacoma, and I'll look it up and double check.
Cool. I
But-
think I have, and it looks pretty spot on. But I'll run it by you nonetheless, bro. What up, Brucey?
Wow.
Dukes of Hazzard style. Hell yeah.
Funny.
Look, I'm gonna be honest.
like,
I don't really
I
like
think-
beer that much.
Before I come to you guys, I'm actually doing a fuel pump on my buddy's truck.
Okay.
It's a 55 Ford F100, so it's like a mechanical fuel pump.
55. Okay.
And so it's like hooked up to the motor. It's gear driven and stuff like that. And I did a diagnosis and trying to figure out why it won't run. And so pretty much everything led to fuel pump issue. So he's buying the fuel pump. I'm gonna fix it and hopefully we can get it done. before I come over.
Nothing, no more better pride of ownership than working on your car or making beer, man.
Dude, it's
Food's
one of the
cool.
things that makes me feel like a fucking badass.
And the thing about that is like, dude, you could literally, there's a YouTube video for everything now. I mean, there's a couple things on my car, like my fuel filter was kind of tough to get to on my model. So I had a buddy work on that for me. You got to kind of like really get in there. And I don't.
Oh, because it's like, is it like deep in like the engine bay kind of thing?
Yeah, you got, obviously, you know, you got to take a wheel off for this one. And then you've got I've got, for some reason, my 96 Tacoma still has, you know, in the wheel wells, they have like, not that paper thing, but you can like unplug like that flap thing that keeps it from the, you know, the engine from getting shit on it. Remember those old school cars?
Yeah.
You got to take that off. Then you really got in there.
The liner fenders and stuff like that.
Yeah, and all those plugs still work. But no, I love working on my car. I absolutely love working on my car. I was going to do an oil change, and I couldn't. I always make the goddamn mistake when I put my filter on. I tighten it too much. So I had to get one of those wrenches, you know, the ones that just have like the circle and this and that. But there's two sizes for those. There's like a 3.5 and like a 2 3/4. And I bought
you got too big?
I got too big, yeah. So I got the other one just tonight. I also got a package from a dude named Smoked Fermentables.
So
He sent me some barbecue sauce that we'll have next week.
Look, I'm gonna be honest.
There's
I don't really like beer that
Philip
much.
Stevenson said there's a place called
Dude, I love working on my truck.
something I wrote it down. Let me see.
What up, Deron? What's up, Alamo Kid? Chris?
Sweet Peas Barbecue.
In Knoxville?
Yeah. He said you should take me there.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go to
Curious.
West Knoxville. I still don't know like anything about Knoxville. I don't know where the good food is. I don't know where there's a good deli. Noam, what are you feeling like, man? Besides buffalo chicken
I love a
sandwiches.
good deli.
Back off, one child. Seriously.
I'm definitely down to try some more barbecue. That's for sure.
Have you still never had sushi?
I like. Yeah, I'm down to try that.
Dude, Trent, Noam has never had sushi.
And Knoxville's the
any
place to
food.
get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Good.
Hey,
That's
man.
funny.
10 years ago, that would have been a joke. But nowadays, like I said, Knoxville is more San Diego than San Diego, man. I mean, it's the oyster bars, the ice in front of you, the chandeliers above every table, man. It's cool. Get over here. Trent, when you come out here, you're going to be like, whoa, man, this is like just straight up North Park. No doubt about it. Emo, woke, scenester, kind of gross, cool North Park.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, no, it's rad. I just got to buy a goddamn house, man. Which is never going to happen because my money is too weird. Everything sucks. Work a W-2 job, the same job for 10 years. Don't be like me and try to gamble with this YouTube shit. It's the worst money ever, besides, you know, having cash. W-2 money is way more vouched for than 1099. That's all I'm saying. Get over here. Deer Ends Barbecue. It's over by Albright Grove. Shout out to Todd Porter, man. What's up, dog? Todd Porter. Yeah, I'm gonna bring these guys to Albright, and I'm gonna bring these guys to a bridge. And I want them to have this smash burger.
Oh, I love me a good burger. Smash burger.
Ron Barnes coming through, man. $20 for the door handle beer fund. I guarantee you that $20 is going to go to both those things: door handles and beer funds, man.
beer.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't
Much
really
love.
like beer that much.
So I think I'm going to have on Adam Makes Beer next week because I don't trust myself that I'm not going to get marathon drunk, and then Noam's going to come in the next day. I'm like,
What's that?
yeah, I'm gonna be all hungover. So to play it safe, you got to have like Kyle from Clawhammer on or Adam Makes Beer. The dudes that are like the most invested in beer don't drink a lot of beer. I've noticed that, especially Nate from Treehouse. I mean, that dude is like not jacked, but I could tell he's like probably like a rock climber or some shit.
Health conscious. Yeah.
I mean, you own Treehouse. You can't be getting like. You can't be hungover. You can't be getting like fucked up all the time. You know, like what did Adam Makes Beer say? He drinks like 2 beers a week, brews 1 million batches of beer a day.
Beer, yeah.
What am I brewing right now? I'm not brewing nothing. We're gonna brew a ginger beer. Trent had a video that went damn near viral, and I'm jealous, so I'm gonna steal that. Yeah. Your ginger beer video, it's called ginger beer, but I mean, there's so many variations of that people could come across because a lot of people think that it's non-alcoholic or this and that. They're just clicking on that and they don't know really what it is, but they're still getting those inadvertent clicks, I think.
Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah, you get the cocktail people, you get the health conscious people, and then you get
Right.
the people that think it's like beer.
How'd
Ooh,
your
I
root
love
beer?
ginger beer though.
I love ginger beer too. How'd your root beer beer do? Is that video getting some shine?
It is pretty well, I think. I haven't looked at it
Sarsaparilla.
in a while.
Good
I
old sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla.
used like extract, and people definitely were not happy about that. But what are you gonna do? I don't know. It's like, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to make videos that are easy.
Hey
I'm
man,
not
we're
trying to,
just
like, go out and find sarsaparilla.
yeah. I'm not gonna grow a garden and grow this shit just so because you do it. And you can one up all my bullshit stories. But we're just dudes who were putting out free content on the internet. No one has to get their panties in a bunch, man. And I've always thought the funniest comment of all time on YouTube where people were like, they let you know that they're unsubscribing to you, and it's like, hey
Right.
man, like, I'm not HBO. I'm not like your internet provider. You're paying like $100 a month to that. That really lets you down. Like, I'm just a piece of shit that's putting out content on the internet as best as I know how. Like, I don't really owe you anything, but okay, man, like, I just want to let you know, like, unsubscribing, this channel used to be better. It's like, it's going to be okay, man. Like, I think you're going to live to tell about this, like, I don't know if you want to go to a therapist for a month, but like, I don't know. I just think that's the silliest YouTube comment of all time is when they're letting you know that they're going to unsubscribe. And it's like, hey, best of luck out there, man. Like,
Right.
you're leaving the fortress, like going alone, like going rogue, and you have to find like other free YouTube channels to watch now. I think you're gonna be okay. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a generation thing or just like the ultimate sense of entitlement. But it's like I can, like I said, I can understand doing that if it was, you paid $100 a month to DirecTV or an NFL package and it wasn't coming through and you weren't getting it, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna call you guys. I gotta let you know, like, I'm unsubscribing. Like, this didn't work out. But like, when it's a YouTuber, it's like, dude, I'm just a pile of shit that's putting out dick off videos for free on the internet. Like, don't, I think you're thinking too much into it.
Right.
So the top 3 ginger beer videos.
The Braj Show.
I don't think so.
Who do you think is number 1?
Josh
Number
Wiseman.
one's gonna,
He's
either-
number 2.
Probably Brad Leone from Bon Appetit.
Correct. He is number 1. Who's number 3?
Some Me Too motherfucker. I don't know.
The Braj Show.
Hey now.
Damn.
Come on down, baby.
Wow.
468K views.
Damn, dog. I'd be going to the titty bar with like 5,000 view. Unsubscribe IPA. I'm going to get a tattoo
And
that
it's
says,
crazy. He's beating out people with 1 million views. But yeah,
he's got those good videos that hold your
he's-
engagement, man.
There you go.
Me and the Braj
Good
Show,
shit, man.
we're not influencers. We're storytellers. And our job is to get people to click and to get people to stick around by any means necessary. Whether it's gimmicky or educational or whatever, that's how I look at YouTube.
Should CH make the ginger bug before we get there?
If you're actually making like legit ginger bug,
I don't
or
want to
ginger
do
beer,
like
yeah.
the Scoby shit. I don't want to do something like a week in advance. If I'm doing something a week in advance, it's gonna be like pickled onions and pickled onions only.
The ginger bug you make like what, a couple days in advance?
Yeah, like three days or something like that.
Yeah, and then we can. Oh, we won't be able to drink it. Or no.
No, but I was talking to Noam before that. I'm gonna get some of those NPFT whatever cans, and I'm gonna ship them out to all you guys. But
Yes.
yeah, you'll see them. You guys will see my stash.
Dude, I do want to make a keg of like ginger beer.
The thing about ginger beer is everybody likes it, but it's never around. Like, if you see a ginger beer, you have to at least get a half pint, or it's part of your flight, or if not a pint. But it's one of those things where like there's not one in circulation, like the dill pickle beer we always talk about.
Yeah. Oh, so you're talking about like alcoholic beer.
The only way I know how, man. If I'm making something, it's gonna.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought
But
we were
all-
talking about just like the soda ginger beer.
No, but that's the ironic
boozing
thing.
that shit.
That's the ironic thing. I was talking to the Braj Show, and I was talking to Clam today. It's like all the views nowadays are in like the non-alcoholic stuff, But which is
Yeah.
kind of, and Trent, we talked a little bit about earlier. It's like when you do a non-alcoholic thing, and then you put out a beer thing, it doesn't really convert. They want like the non-alcoholic things to keep going, I would imagine, right?
I think you just hit a wider audience when you do.
You just hit a
Not
wider
knockful.
audience. Stephen Plass, man, look at this guy, man. Car door handles for life. Call pull a part Knoxville 865-523. Why are you putting my number on the internet, man? I thought we talked about this. Or Lambert's multiple locations, man. Hey, big shout out to Stephen Plass, dude. Stephen Plass always showing love. Him and Bodines and Chris Radiation, dude. These guys are single-handedly feeding my invisible children, dude. Much love, Stephen Plass, man.
Wow.
If anybody's in Knoxville next weekend, let us know. Beers are on Gnome. Beers are on me.
I'm cool with that.
When is?
I like meeting people.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this Knoxville trip is going to be better than the last one. We've got Yeehaw across the street. We've got more places to go. We're going to brew a beer on a non-Frankenstein clawhammer system. You know, last time it was like
That'll
the
be good.
anvil thing.
Yeah, we were making like anvil parts and all that shit work
Frank
together.
and jizz, yeah, Frank and everything, man. But no, this will be an
Also going to
epic trip.
be 10 pounds lighter than the last time I was there. So
Yeah, and I want to get you, you know, obviously know him if you want to go to the gym too, but like one morning we have to go to the gym or go to IM's, what do they call them? What are like little, like big ponds called?
Lakes.
No, but like the other word for them? Quarries. What the fuck is a quarry? I'm going to bring you guys to a quarry. Yeah, why is it called a quarry?
you
Fuck.
look like digging for a fucking limestone? What?
Yeah, like why is it called a
Yeah.
quarry or like a tributary? Like we just call it a fucking
Quarry?
a quarry. A quarry. That part.
Yeah.
Yeah, quarry. I'm gonna bring you guys there. We're gonna see some freshwater jellyfish. We're gonna jump
But
in
it
there.
got flooded.
Oh God.
Check out
So it,
no
like, it's
fucking
full of water.
jellyfish.
dude. IJAMS is where we're going, man. Cityscape. Yeah. What the fuck is a tributary or what's it called?
A tributary?
Tributary. Yeah. Why the fuck would you ever call it that? Tributary. Just call it a lake. Call it a river. Like a science name for like a big thing of water. Like, the fuck out of here.
Large puddle.
Large puddle IPA. What was Cityscapes?
A
Robot.
tributary
Wooden
is
robot.
a stream that flows into a larger stream.
Giant puddle and wooden robot. Those are good names for bands.
So it
or
doesn't go
breweries.
to a lake or an ocean. It just goes to a bigger stream.
Whoever came up with the term we're gonna call it a tributary, like kiss my ass. Like, just fucking
It
chill out.
tributes to a
Yeah.
bigger stream.
This guy's got to take it easy. Tributary.
All right, I got a fucking leak.
Yeah. Wooden robot.
I gotta go
Take child
drain.
seriously.
No, it's gonna be a blast.
I'm
It's gonna be
having
fun.
so Blackwood Brews
Party
sent
time.
me, his Mexican
Yeah, I wanna
lager
see what
and
that looks
his
like.
Tributary.
hazy double IPA.
It's a piece of shit word.
And
You're
I
drinking hazy, right?
that hazy is like 8%.
Ooh, should I go back to
So-
one of those?
So that's hitting me hard, but
But you're
like,
good. You're good. on time.
unfortunately,
It's 10
they're a
o'clock.
bit undercarbonated. I think they might have lost carbonation in shipping or canning process,
Tributary.
but
happened to mine as well.
fantastic flavors though, so good.
Good. And we've talked about that. Crank your shit up to 20 psi for 3 days. And this 10 psi for a week.
Unfortunately,
I think it might have happened during the canning process.
Yeah, you just let, a lot of your pressure
Unless,
out. Yeah.
but I have 2 more cans, and we'll see how those other 2 do.
Let's go. Let's go, baby. The Ron, man. It's good to see the Ron in here. You know who we're missing? Who I gotta check in on is Peter from Genus. Has anybody talked to Peter lately?
No.
haven't seen him in
No.
a while.
Talk to Larry. Larry cracks me up. We don't have the best communication, but he commented on one of my Facebook posts, and I said, "Hey, you want to come on the stream?" That was like 2 weeks ago. He's like, "Yeah, I might be able to do it." And then like 5 minutes before we went live tonight, he's like, "Hey, you still want me on the stream?" It's like, "You want me on the stream?" I'm like, "I need more than that, man. Like, I need a little bit more heads up than that." But I do want to get Larry back on the stream. He, I think he parties the hardest. He's
Yeah,
He's
he's
a
always
gr-
fun to have.
He's a great time. He's a legend. That time he took that shot and said he has to take off and go pick up his kid
Yeah,
from
to go pick
school
up my
to work.
kid.
I was
Yeah.
laughing my ass off. I was like, that was a good joke. And he was like, what do you mean? I'm leaving right now. Like, you just took a shot. You're going to go pick up a kid? That's like some,
Tripped him into not doing it.
that's like some Bill Murray kingpin shit, dude.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit.
straight up from like like the 80s, you know, the 90s. Tombstone Todd, man. I owe this guy a big thank you. I owe him a thanks for the hangover, too. I owe an appreciation for that. That was a hangover last Wednesday. We were shredding on Wednesday. That was vintage happy hour, man. That was a good time.
Drinking those 8%er. I mean, you were chugging them.
Yeah, dude. One
Glass
after
of water.
another, man.
Yeah, and I was so happy that that beer was so good. You know, everything worked out. Like the brand thing with the Yakima Valley, with Bentgate, them giving me the recipe. The average view duration on that video was like damn near 6 minutes, which was one of my highest. Usually my average view duration for my whole channel is around like 5 minutes. So people were really sticking around to the end of that video. So I was just feeling good. So thanks to everybody that was here, that watched that video for first and foremost. And, you know, big shout out to Dan Clark, the main dude. I don't know if he's the main dude. He's definitely the face of their YouTube channel over there. And
Yeah.
it's not Oslo, but it's on the outskirts of Oslo, Norway.
Oh,
They just
Bentgate.
monetized.
What's up? They just got monetized. Big shout out to them, man. Yeah,
Hell
hopefully.
yeah.
I just saw that in his story, and I gave him the little double tap.
Yeah,
Gave him
it's
the little
awesome.
hot.
Was that Bentgate?
Bentgate, yeah, they just got monetized. Dude, I've said it before and I'll say it again, man. I love the smallest brewery. Like, I love the big breweries, you know. Like, when we're with our brewers realm, me, you know, Molly Oz, Trent, you come out here, we're going to go to, you know, breweries that have good beer. We're not really going to be worried about if they have a stage and this and that, you know. And I love the breweries in Texas that do, like Meanwhile and Austin Beer Works. Was it Austin Beer Works?
Winehouse?
No, it was just like the synonym for that. But
Austin Beer Garden?
ABAB. What did
ABGB, right?
ABGB? That was where Adam Makes Beer said he had his best beer of all time from. There's the
Oh, really?
yeah, he loved
That's
their,
awesome. Austin Beer Garden Brewery.
Yeah, and I'm with Party Time. I'm not saying the best breweries are the Half Barrel or less, but no, remember that brewery we went to in Tampa Bay where they were closed and the guy let us in and he let me, you, Chris, and Nick drink for like an hour for free while this like kid was there taking like a math test?
With the secret bookshelf.
With the secret,
/
yeah,
entrance to the brewery.
the Adams
That was
family.
so cool.
When they had
I forgot the name of the brewery though.
like fuck all the presidents,
They were very,
Wu-Tang is here forever, you know, like vote Wu-Tang. They had that sign up. And then they were doing a collab with a brand, I think from Orlando or Miami. Remember that?
Miami, I think.
What was the name of
I
that
still have their
place?
sticker. They gave us some. I forgot that as well.
It was a
they gave us
gimmick.
some
It was a
sick stuff.
gimmicking name. It was like, oh, Chris Radiation, help us out. But those are my favorite breweries. It was a. Oh, this is gonna drive me crazy. Like how the West was. It was like a motto, but they threw brew in there.
Yeah, something like I could find it out. Because it was right across from the brewery we didn't like. So.
What was the brewery we didn't like? Three Sisters, Three Daughters. Place was whack as hell.
It was fucking.
Nick, help us out. It was the place that was called. It was a gimmicky thing, I remember. If I Brewed the World. Yes. Good looking out, Chris. Much love. Yeah. So anyway, back to what I'm trying to say is the Bentgate Brewery guys have even like a smaller brewery than that, you know? Party Time. All the best breweries are half barrel or less. Get over here. That ain't wrong, man. That ain't wrong. What up, Patrick Sandy? What's up, dog? Patrick was not with us on that one. No, he was. Patrick was with us at that one as well.
Wow.
No, you still there?
Yep. Sorry. Just responding in chat.
Oh.
Was the question?
Yeah, sorry. I'm like trying.
Dude, we're up to
Keeping up
almost
with
70
chat
people,
over
man.
here.
We're cooking with grease, man. Stephen Plass, dude. Ron Barnes, Bodine's Brews, Chris Radiation. Should we do another 8% beer or what's going on?
I'm doing another Mexican lager and I'm gonna add lime to it.
There you go.
I wanted to
Grand,
have one without lime, have one with.
Grand Central was my favorite brewery. That was the one they took us in the back, right? No, the guy just randomly offered.
yeah.
There you go. You got a
That
St.
was so
Malo?
cool.
I'm gonna match your
Oh, yeah.
St. Malo and get something else.
No, was that a giant box of hops right next to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my Centennial Harvest.
Holy
So
shit.
it's- Oh, jeez, I just dropped one. Oh, no.
Save the hop.
Yeah. So
How mu-
this is
how-
2.5 pounds. It's wet though, so
Right.
I brought it home.
How many years have you been doing that?
Oh, let me go ahead, lime.
How many? Oh,
Gets a little dry. This is my 4th year.
oh, nice.
When you like reach in the bottom of the box, you feel like the wetness. So like I'm
Ooh.
still like it's like turning them over.
The wetness. Tell me more about the wetness.
Oh Jesus! But I will say this, dude. This was on my table, like I don't know, 15 feet away, and
Braj
I
Show.
could smell it from here.
Oh man.
Which I'm not surprised. It's a huge box of hops.
You know this one?
Suicide Bogan.
Yeah, the Bogan.
Yeah.
It smells amazing, Bruce.
Australian Pale Ale. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Also,
Have you like compared it to like commercial Centennial?
You talking to me?
No,
Oh.
but in years past, I have used it alongside pelletized.
Okay.
Just say it.
I know what we have.
So this is my biggest harvest. Like I didn't have enough to like make several beers out of like what I got. One year it got ruined because a next door neighbor emptied their pool, which was like chlorinated, and
Right,
it
yeah.
like seeped into the ground, and like
Oh no.
within like 4 hours my whole plant turned black, and I'm like,
Damn.
what the fuck? Oh, that's why.
Oh man.
I was so pissed, dude. It was not a good day.
Do you recommend growing hops, or is it not worth it?
Well, it's not worth it, but the reason why I do it is it gives you a real appreciation for hops, like and all the work that goes into it. Like,
Oh,
you're
for
talking,
sure.
like a small amount here,
Yeah.
and like you water them, you look at I'll sit under them and just look at them for like a long time, probably way too long. That's why
Probably
I do it,
way too long.
just
It's
like-
probably like gardening,
you know,
right?
yeah,
Like
It's been
you
3
don't
hours
get
now. I
as
should
much
probably stop looking
back,
at these.
but you
I just
appreciate the
it
process.
makes me exactly. Yeah. I'm not doing this to like brew beer with it, although I will. It's a small reward for my work.
Right.
But
Hops of pain.
I don't know. Just gives me a little bit of
Pride of
man,
ownership.
I respect the fact that there's like families that's all they do. Their whole
Right.
year is to try and get as big a harvest as possible.
Are they easy to do
And
as far as like insects fucking with them and stuff, or is it? I mean,
Aphids.
They can be. It's
This is how
dependent
we
on
hop
your
it.
area. It depends on the variety. There's a lot of different factors. I do everything as like organic as possible.
Yeah.
And as far as bugs, plenty of ladybugs are on my plant throughout the year, so I'm not worried about like aphids. The only thing I'm worried about is like mildew, which I don't even really know how to like combat that. I do all natural process as much as I can. I
Right.
do supplement them for certain weeks with a similar thing that's used for marijuana. Actually, it's called Big Bud, and that's all I do.
So you letting us know now that you grow a lot of weed? You letting the internet know that you grow that Mary J.
Well, I've
Blige or
talked
what?
about
though?
it in the past that
No,
I
I'm-
don't.
I'm just
but people
kidding,
in my
shit.
family do. I've talked about it.
Wink, wink.
I saw a guy. He grafted a hop vine onto a marijuana stalk because they're kind of in the same family. I have
They're
no
in the
idea.
same family, yeah.
Like
They're
what that would
cousins, yeah.
do, but it worked, I guess.
This is how we hop it.
I don't think I'm ever
It's
gonna grow
like,
hops.
It's
Sad
like
to say.
what the hell's that? Caddyshack. You can smoke this.
You can bring it home and smoke it. You could play 18 holes on it and go home and
Yeah.
just get
Yeah.
stoned out of the
You can brew beer with
bejesus.
this or get high.
Cannonball. Cannonball.
Imagine that. I'll buy those pellets.
Right.
Yeah.
I had
No,
a Brazilian
What
guy.
are you brewing?
requested
It's
me.
not what I'm brewing, dude.
I'm going to live vicariously through all you guys. I can't. I don't think I'm ever going to grow hops. I mean, never say never, but unless you're me right now.
Wow.
There was
I
a
can't.
guy.
Texas is just not it for it. Like
No,
it's just
you-
can't
the
grow it
weather here is
yeah.
just too damn hot. It's
that-
like hops would not be able to survive in this 108-degree weather right now.
Right.
Like
There's not too many people doing wineries, growing grapes out in Texas, yeah.
no, there are a lot of wineries out here.
Really?
There are a lot of wineries out here in Texas.
That are growing their own fruit?
Yep. Oh
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting.
And I
Cannonball
thought it was
coming.
like, there's no
Cannonball.
way it's too damn hot. They're like, no, the grapes we grow like this hot weather.
Okay, depends on the varietal. Okay.
So like, there's only certain
Blackwood.
styles you can get in Texas.
Okay. So what are the
So
popular
you can't
styles?
get any sweet wines here. You can get a lot of dry wines here.
Like Riesling or something?
That's
Damn, dude, we got a super
Sweet,
chat here.
yeah.
Riesling is sweet, yeah. Riesling is the white
Chris
one.
Ratty's correct. Yeah, Fredericksburg to Johnson City is literally a shit ton of wineries.
Okay. Is that Texas or is that Tennessee? Because there's a Johnson City out here.
Texas.
There's a Johnson City out here too. 80 which way, man. Juvenal Hernandez, man. Super chat. We got the Ocarina of Time 64 coming up, man. Cheers, fellas. Not sure how many door handles you need, but hope it helps. Big love to Juvenal. The door handles have been paid for, bought and sold and paid for. But these are going to go towards buying some oysters for all he has to know. And maybe we'll see a special guest appearance from the Braj Show, but I wouldn't bet on it. Come here. One
Keep
week.
sending super chats, and I'll come. You
Correct.
Send enough for my flight, and I'll
Yes. That's the bummer about Knoxville is it sucks to come to, but once you're here, you've got free place to crash.
Oh, I used my Allegiant credits to come for
Let's
this
go,
flight.
baby. Let's fucking go.
Wow.
I saved that code because they were supposed to email me that code. They never did. And so I saved that code on a scrap piece of paper and I kept it in my office. And I was like, what the heck is this number? I was like, I know exactly what that is. I know exactly what it is. And so when I booked the Knoxville trip, I was like, yep, we're going.
Nice.
There we go.
So it was a free flight?
44
Yeah.
bucks.
44 bucks. Damn. 44 bucks
No,
round
that's
trip?
$44 off my flight.
44 bucks off the
So-
flight. But the flight was Allegiant, so it's going to be damn near what? A couple $100 as is?
No, so it was 140 total and then 44 off, so 96 out of my
Dude, that's
pocket.
not bad at all, man. That's not it. That's insane.
It's amazing.
It's like $600 for me to go to San
And
Diego.
non-stop flights too.
And they're what?
Non-stop flights.
And they're nonstop. And that's the cool thing about Knoxville. It's like Asheville. Once we're here, we're here. Like, no offense to San Diego or Austin or Tampa, but like, there's no $700 Uber
Look,
tab.
once you come to the airport, it's like what 15-minute, 20-minute drive to you.
Bro, only time I'm ever on the freeway is when I go to the airport, man. Like, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. That is it. What up, 108 Ales? That's a cool name. I like that. Get over here. 108. When Clawhammer comes to Knoxville, I assume they sleep in the mega van. Tomorrow he's coming just to get his car worked on. And we're just going to hang out and have some breakfast and just shoot the shit, which is cool because I don't have to wake up and like clean my house. I can just kind of leave it a pigsty until the Braj show up. And it'll just be cool. He's just, it's one of those things where he has to buy it from the specific part that is not in Asheville. He's done this a couple times. He keeps buying this front windshield, and like the neighbor's tree keeps the fucking branch keeps breaking this thing, and he's had to come out here and fix it twice now. Sounds like a lawsuit, or just a tree that's got to get cut down to me. But I don't know. Lawrence Wilbur, fam, it's been 198 days since I last brewed. Divorce is done. Congratulations to Lawrence, man. Let's cheers to that.
Yeah.
The new pad is coming together. It's about time. What should the name of the hazy double IPA be? Prenuptial agreement IPA, dog. What did you learn? Pale ale. Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna be honest.
Divorce. Yeah.
Divorced IPA. Oh yeah.
Single man, double life.
Yeah, that's my thing with marriage, man. If I ever get married, like I'm doing it one time and one time only, man. Like I don't know how people get married and divorced and married and divorced and married and divorced. Not saying that he does, but I just think it's crazy.
No, there are folks that do that.
I have a sister that was married and divorced twice before she was 35 years old. I was like, dude, just stop getting married.
Damn.
Just stop getting married.
That sucks.
Well,
yeah.
not only that, but like every time you get married, you hit up dad for like $30,000 for these bullshit weddings that last shorter than the milk I just bought, and it's a 5-hour party. And I don't have a sense of entitlement. I don't have like victim mentality, but it's also like, this is our dad. Like, I'm not saying, Dad, you got to give me $30,000 now, but like, stop asking fucking dad for money. I love my sister, but her and my mom have a lot more victim mentality than my dad and myself have. But anyways, to name the beer, it's called Prenuptial Agreement IPA. Come here. Why are divorces so expensive? It's because they're worth it.
Wow.
Downsized IPA. Home Alone IPA. I made my family disappear. That's the bummer about dating chicks, man.
She gone dipped IPA.
Dude, it's so nice. waking up and just being in your house by yourself. It's just so, it's like it's obviously nice to be in a relationship and this and that, but it's just so nice to just like wake up and like, dude, I could literally do anything I want right now. No one's going to call me out. I can walk around naked. I could sleep in. I could, jerk off in the kitchen. Like, this is awesome. Like this isn't,
You need to find a woman that'll let you do all those things.
yeah, there you go. Get over here. No,
Or that will do those things with you.
yeah, or do those things with you. I mean, obviously I like dating and stuff like that, but I love being single. I love just like, hey, I'm going to make a YouTube video for 6 hours on my day off. Like, no one's here. I can do voiceover. I don't have to tell anyone like keep it down or shut up or turn your phone off, Can't do that when you're both working from home. I mean, you can, but you can't, Alamo wins for the name. What does that remind me of? That reminds me of Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Rest in peace, Paul Rubens.
Oh, yeah, he
peace.
recently passed away.
He recently
I
passed
don't remember
away.
anything, but I remembered the Alamo.
Yeah, man. And that's funny because you've seen that or know that part and you've never seen The Big
I only know
Lebowski. That movie's
the memes.
right.
I've never seen that movie.
It's a good movie, man. I think Tim Burton did that when he was like 28 years old.
Yeah.
I think he
Damn,
did that.
that's-
He did that before Batman and Beetlejuice, which is I think Beetlejuice is the best movie of all time. Yeah, that guy had some. I mean, it's just such a. There's no other movie on planet Earth you can compare to Beetlejuice. It's in like just a league of its own. Like a comedy horror. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it, but I think that I just think it's so goddamn funny. And I don't know. What's up?
Do you remember the cartoon?
I remember the Beetlejuice cartoon. I remember the Beetlejuice video game. I remember a lot of Beetlejuice stuff. I've heard that they're doing a Beetlejuice sequel, and I just think it's one of those things that they really don't have to. It's almost.
I feel like they've been saying that for years.
They've been saying that for years, and like, when is a sequel that's come out 30 years later been good? Like the Dumb and Dumber 2 was a nightmare, absolute nightmare. Sequels are a weird thing to do as is. Indiana Jones? Has anyone seen the new Indiana Jones? Is that?
No.
I heard good things about it.
That one with Shia LaBeouf I walked out on. That was the Crystal Skull one was brutal. That was painful.
Yeah.
Later party time. Have a good night, bro.
I hate how they keep
Teasing, like leading you
dragging
on.
franchises through the mud. Like, so many of there doesn't need to be like 10 films in the same.
Like who's still watching the new Star Wars? Are they even? I know they use the names.
Episode 9 was horrible.
It's just a lot.
Like
Yeah.
episode 8 was garbage.
Top Gun,
Episode 8
phenomenal.
was garbage.
I digress. Top Gun
The
rerun
Top
was
Gun-
phenomenal.
The Top Gun sequel was actually
It was
really
good.
fucking
They didn't.
good.
They didn't do the woke thing. Like Queen Latifah wasn't the new Maverick. They didn't do it. Like they kept the story. Like, hey, this is how we're gonna do it. Like this is the same
It
guy.
hit all the nostalgia points,
yeah,
and it hit all like, dude. There were times where I was just like, "This is it. This is fucking
this
it."
is good. Yeah. When I literally when I first heard they were doing Top Gun 2, I was like, Will Smith's kid's gonna be playing like Maverick, and it's just gonna be so weird. And I watched it. I was like, dude, this is. And the way they brought in Val Kilmer, even though he can't talk.
You can't talk. Yeah.
And he's writing stuff down. No, it was phenomenal. Like just like it's art.
And the
like
thing
let the
Tom
artist
Cruise
just
said he's not doing this movie without him. He's like he has to be in it.
yes. I don't know what happened to the original girl. I don't remember her name, but I think it worked out how they brought in Jennifer Connelly, which The Labyrinth was one of my favorite movies to this day. Growing
Yeah.
up, David Bowie. I've always had a
And
Boner
and
Jam.
even the lady who was in the original movie, I'm fat and old. Like, I'm not
yeah.
gonna be in this fucking. Like, it doesn't make sense.
She's probably like 70 now. No offense to 70-year-olds, but like there's a reason that
And she's like,
Hollywood
I have
people
no
look
hate.
better
Like,
than
I
people like me.
understand. Like, I am not the same I was back then.
No, it was
And
the way they tweaked that. It was noticeable, but like unnoticeable, where it didn't like keep you thinking about like, oh man, that's like that's not the girl. Like they moved on. Maybe this was the girl the next summer or whatever when he was down teaching at MCRD and in San Diego or whatever. Come here. A lot of Coronado in there though. A lot of San Diego.
I don't really like beer that much.
Kelly McGillis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Graves House. That's funny that the Brew Show brought that up because that was the Top Gun house that they actually didn't demolish. They just moved over a street. Did you know that, Brew Show?
It would have been.
Yeah.
They moved a house over. I don't know how. I didn't know you could pick up and move
Also,
a
I
house.
love that they had like Tom Cruise's actual P-51 Mustang in the movie.
That was my favorite part too.
Dude,
That's one of my favorite planes in the world. So I was like,
Fucking Brew Show with a straight face.
Troy Homebrew. What's up with the Jake Paul Instagram, dude? I called him out. I wanted to fight Jake Paul, or I wanted to keep it going last night. He didn't respond, man. So the way I look at it, I'm 1-0. I'm just kidding. Man. No, I watched that. I watched the recap from the Nate Diaz Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul.
what happened in that fight?
It was a good fight. I think Nate won the fight. To be honest with you, Jake came out guns blazing and almost knocked him out in the first round. But Nate Diaz, it's like if this is a real fight or there's unlimited rounds or 20 rounds, like he's gonna win every time. I mean, he's like a machine. Like he doesn't punch hard. His punches look kind of half-assed, like 50%.
Wow.
But he's like Johnny Die Hard.
He can take a beating. He's like Rambo. Oh, not Rambo. Rocky, rather.
Dude, he's like
That
remember.
dude.
Who's seen The Simpsons with Homer becomes a professional boxer and his whole game plan is just to get beat up so bad the guy gets tired that he
Yeah.
they just punch him up so bad that Homer just stands there and takes the beating till the guys beat him up so bad that they pass out.
It's like Muhammad Ali did that. type
Old Sonny in Philly, they did a parody of something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
He can't throw a punch, but he can take a fucking beating.
dude, that's Nate Diaz. And I was just thinking, I was like, I don't know, man. Like I mean, Jake Paul would knock me the fuck on out. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. I'd have a concussion and a dislocated shoulder before the bell even rang. But like, I don't know. We were drinking last night. And I was just thinking, like, this guy is just like calling people out and getting these fights. It's just weird. And not only that, but he's winning them. And
Isn't he boxing MMA fighters though?
yeah, and
Is he
MMA is a
actually
weird.
boxing boxers.
He fought one boxer and he lost. Yeah.
Boxers though, right?
He fought Tyson Fury and he lost, but like it went to a decision, And boxing's this weird one because, MMA it's a 4-ounce glove. Boxing's it's a pound. It's a 16-ounce glove. I'm not saying, anybody who's ever been boxed and punched in the nose, it fucking stings, But yeah, I don't know. The MMA guys he's fighting, I think they're all pretty much north of 35, 40 years old, and they're definitely not in their prime. But at the end of the day, like he's doing way better than anybody ever anticipated, a couple of years ago when he was calling people out. Everybody was like, you're going to get destroyed by anybody. And he's done the exact opposite. I don't know.
Yeah, and his brother does wrestling, right?
Dude, say what you want.
They're both good athletes.
They're phenomenal athletes. I think they're as cringy as it comes. But you could say that about
Cringy.
like the ultimate cringe, like the cringe of cringe. But I did watch Jake Paul's Netflix special. It's under trending. It's under top 10. And this dude is definitely not a cool guy. Like I would never want to chill with him. But he's definitely driven, and I respect that vibe to him. He's kind of lived in his
I
brother's.
don't understand why he keeps he always mentions like he didn't come from money. It's just like,
dude, you're a white kid that came from like upper middle class suburbia of like
you were upper middle class suburbia,
like
and
Columbus,
then you made
Ohio.
a shit ton of money off of YouTube.
Well, not only that, but he
Like-
was on the Disney Channel when he was like 15 or 16. So to play like the victim, like I came from nothing card, it's not gonna work.
I'm like,
Hey, it's like, oh, you were broke when you were 14? That's every fucking kid on planet Earth. Every kid
14-year-old,
goes to school with $2.
That's a
Yeah.
shit ton of money. Like,
Like, what are you talking about, man? But they lean into it, and even his brother, the older one, whose name's Logan, who I had a hard time looking at for a long time because of that whole like Suicide Forest thing. When they went to Japan and they went to, hey, let's go, maybe we'll find a dead body or not. Like they knew what they were gonna do, and they saw somebody that had hung himself, a Japanese person. and they still filmed it, and they went home and they edited it. And I was like, I can't look at this guy like ever again. Like if you're literally
No.
going for views, like for that, like showcasing people that have,
Off themselves.
yeah, and like to deal with like what the family's going through now, and you've got some fucking white kid with blonde hair running around on YouTube wearing like a Pokemon hat, like exploiting it. Like that's where the line is drawn forever for me. But that guy is actually
Absolutely.
less cringe than the younger one.
Yeah, the younger one is even worse.
He's like, yo, man, like, it's like, fuck you, dad. If I don't make $60,000 a day, like, I'm a loser. You know, like, you're like, take it easy, man. There's not a lot of people that make $60,000 a day that are gonna be able to like relate to this. Like, you know, fuck the internet unless you're buying my pay-per-views. And you're like, dude, man, you're saying all the dumb, wrong things, you know.
Wow, and they make content for children.
Yeah,
You know, like-
you could just look at him, you know, he tells his mom to like shut up, and he's calling his girlfriend like a bitch and like you know, probably has to like hold a fucking gun to her head just to like get off to her while he's having, like you could just tell that was kind of extreme, but you could just tell like this guy has got some shit jarred loose. But they do reflect on his dad, and they're like, yeah, our dad was like really hard on us growing up, not to the point where like he beat us. But both brothers were like, we survived some shit, and if you do survive, you're gonna be like a chiseled ass motherfucker. And the dad comes in, he's got this cameo, and he shoots it at a bar, which is like the worst thing you could do as a father. Like, yeah, like if someone's fucking around with that kid over there, you want like a pussy to go up to him, or do you want like the Jake Paul dad to go up there? I was just like, whoa, man, like fucking A, your whole family's cringy. Your whole family is fucking cringy.
And now they got Prime, right? And that's
Yeah, like a Gator.
international.
Yeah.
That's their energy drink or some shit.
Sugar water,
That's
man.
getting-
Yeah, it's another Gatorade or vitamin water, but
No,
what's
it's
that?
getting some heat too because it has like a ridiculous amount of caffeine in it.
Yeah,
It's like a
Yeah,
Four
yeah.
Loko
Yeah.
thing
I
or
don't know how many
something.
like cups of coffee, but it's not healthy for you.
Yeah, my nieces and nephews, they live in Israel, and it's like huge there.
Really?
Everybody, but they don't have no idea like the connection to who is behind it.
Well, the guy that he collabed with, KSI, is another big YouTuber out there, and he's from the UK. So I think that kind of
UK.
connects the dots to Eastern Europe or Africa.
Europe,
or,
yeah, that gets that whole region
Right.
there.
You gotta,
Yeah,
you got to get that region, and then the Logan brothers are probably doing the North America stuff out here, you know, and then they're just probably
Yeah.
looking for that like Spanish-speaking influencer, and then bring him on board with the Prime, and then just single-handedly be on every
200 milligrams of caffeine. Jesus.
damn.
Yeah, like,
You know, I
that's
gotta
a
ask you,
drink. but they also
Is
have,
that a
like,
lot
Gatorade.
though? I don't know.
That's a
I've
lot.
heard
What's a
it's
cup
like
of coffee? Like
ridiculous amount.
65
Yeah.
milligrams?
A cup of coffee
Really?
is
Oh my
80, about 80 milligrams.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is about 2.5 cups of
So, like,
coffee.
2.5. Yeah.
Yeah. Get over here. KSI does
And
fake
it's
boxing too.
About 100. So yeah, that's like
The
a
Logan,
double shot.
the Logans
It's
should be
wrestling.
supporting the homebrews. But no, I went out with my buddy last night and I was like, this guy, like, okay, I think he could probably beat me up in like a boxing match. He could probably beat me up like wrestling. He's got the cardio on me, but like in a bar fight, like, maybe I can like knock this guy out. Like, I don't know. You drink like 8 drinks and you go out and you're having a good time. With your
That's when
buddy.
you let the intrusive thoughts win.
Yeah, everyone's a fucking Jake Paul YouTuber when you've had 8 drinks in your system or whatever.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Or I was drinking that Prime last night, man. That's what got to my head. I had like 6 of those Primes. It was like 1,400 milligrams of caffeine. Mother of God. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you post shit and you think it works, then you see it when you're sober and you're like, nah. Like my dad follows
This
me.
ain't it. This
Yeah,
ain't
my
it,
Aunt Barb
guys.
just followed the Homebrew Life Instagram. She's got to see me now with a fucking shirt off or something.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
It's going to get weird.
Oh man.
Cheers, I should get a beer. It's been a long day. James, I completely agree with that. Yes.
Wow.
Why not? I drink a pot of coffee pretty regularly, so Prime won't do anything to me.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like beer that
It's
much.
like different. I feel like.
There was this one, like the evolution of Jake Paul, though. It's definitely interesting to watch. I think you guys should all watch. I think anybody should watch it just to kind of see how like you can kind of create a monster. And do you guys remember Vine?
Yes.
It was like those 11-second videos.
It was like 6 seconds. It was like 4 or 5. Yeah. But it was this big thing. And all of a sudden, for whatever reason, it was just gone. Trent, do you know anything
Yeah,
about
it
that?
got replaced by like TikTok and Instagram.
It just fell apart. I think they just didn't have the funding, and then everyone came over to like YouTube and Instagram and shit.
But-
TikTok's the new one, I would say.
How long's TikTok been
That's like
around?
short
Because
content.
But yeah, it's much newer.
Vine
Vine
was
was
probably like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TikTok
Well, I
came
mean, like,
around
in
around like
terms of, like-
2020.
2020.
Yeah, it blew up like during COVID.
Prison Rules, baby. Do the crane from Karate Kid, man. That's the only move that I know how to do. Bruce Show, I'm thinking of Karate Kid 3 right now. You know where I'm going with this.
Oh, yeah.
What's the guy's name?
What's his name? Barnes.
Matt Barnes? No.
Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes is the pro basketball player.
He's a
Mike
pitcher.
Barnes.
There's a-
Mike Barnes.
Mike Barnes is the bad
there's
guy?
Matt Barnes that
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cracking me up. He reminds me a little bit of he looks like Cityscape Bruin a little bit. I was having some laughs. Mike Barnes is the man. Come here.
I just
Cityscape.
rewatched all of those movies.
The first 3.
Yeah.
The second one's kind of weird, right?
It
It's like
has
the-
no karate in it until the last scene.
But it's
Is
the
it
one
good
where
a
he's
little
fighting
bit?
like the Japanese gang.
Yeah, it's where they go to Okinawa,
Yeah.
and it's just like about Miyagi's life, basically.
Yeah, I think 1 and 3 made a lot more money. Obviously 1, but I think 3 was
The 3 is pretty great. Like the fact that he like switches to Cobra Kai, and
Silver. What's the guy's name with the ponytail?
yeah, Silver.
Whoa.
Did you watch this latest season of the show?
No, they jumped the shark for me.
They did, but they
I watched
brought
the first
Silver back.
season.
And,
I know they brought Silver back. Whoa.
yeah.
Whoa. But I love the one dude who's got the cut off sleeves. He always has to like smell his armpits. He's got to tuck his hands like as deep into his sweaty armpits as possible. Like what was that show with Molly Shannon? She had a movie. Superstar.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy was cool when they brought him back. For whatever reason, he kind of looks, he looks a little bit older, but he kind of still looks the same, you know? I thought he was like 40 in 1980. Now he's like
John Kreese.
John Kreese, yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
The funny thing about karate, though, is I did it for like 10 years, my whole life, and like didn't work at all. Like not even close. Like if you do high school wrestling for 1 year, you're going to be able to kick the shit out of any karate guy.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
The thing about karate, like, because I took that shit too. Well, I took Kenpo. It's a lot of it was what they call kata, which is like just rehearsed movement.
Yeah. It's,
Choreographed,
yes.
like, dancing with
Yeah.
like karate moves.
yeah,
It's like,
pinyons
what am I
and
doing?
pinyas and
This doesn't
katas.
help me at all.
Right. It kind of reminds
Yeah,
me
dude.
of The Big Lebowski when he goes and watches his neighbor do like the dance when he's got like the, you know, he's on stage like getting high and then low and then like fake punch and fake block. But yeah, you're right, Noam. There's a lot more of like dances than there is actually like sparring and stuff.
Yeah.
We got Troy Homebrew.
Don't get me wrong, there was that as well. Sorry.
No, but I remember like I did karate for a little bit and I got my ass kicked at school and I ran home and I was telling my dad, I was like, karate doesn't work. I want to quit. And my dad was like, no, it's more about like discipline. I'm like, well, fuck, man. I've been doing karate for 5 years. I've been doing karate since I was 4 and this kid's never done karate. And he just like threw me down and like kicked me in the stomach. Like, how come he won? This shit sucks. Like we're in the karate like manual book. Do they like where are you supposed to block the kick to your stomach when you're already in like the fetal position? Sorry,
So
what
we
you
were
saying?
told to not make contact. Like my very first tournament, they're like, "You now remember, you can't actually make contact with these kids." And like, I got punched in the face.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Point to that
Yeah.
dude." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Is that like, is that them protecting them? I didn't know it at the time. I was a kid, but I was like, all right, well, I learned real quick. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm punching these dudes.
Yeah.
I'm not like, shadow boxing anymore.
Yeah.
I remember that like it was yesterday, dude. They would like, oh, you can't do it, but then you get hit and you're like, what the fuck? They didn't stop it.
No, I
So,
know what you're talking about, man. It was always those like junior college gymnasiums. It was pretty much kind of like the Cobra Kai tournament because I always did those tournaments growing up. And I was from the Encinitas branch. It was called, I think, United Studios of Self-Defense. We'd always go up to Orange County, and I'd go in there. I'm an 8, 9-year-old kid, and I'd have my dad with me, and he was like my only person I knew. So I was, first day at school, scared, and all these kids knew each other. And I remember one time I did these fucking kids, man. They chewed a gum on my pants, on my butt. So I'm doing a kata or pinion in front of these judges, and everyone's laughed at me the whole time. And I didn't know it till later. I sat down, I had this chewed up gum, and I was like, fuck all you kids, man. You kids are the worst, dude. Fucking scumbag 9-year-olds, pieces of shits.
Wow.
But can you still do the routine?
I think I can. Like it's that,
See,
and then you
let's
block
do it.
low, and then you punch, you go this way, and then there's like 3 steps forward. You know what I'm talking
It was
about.
usually an I formation.
Yeah.
Usually, sometimes like
Yeah. United Studios of
it was
Self-Defense.
fun though.
But I remember my teacher's name, my sensei's name was Kevin McAllister, and that always cracked me up because that was the name of Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone. Yeah. But no, I mean, Trent, you did, you wrestled in high school, right? You were pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you actually wrestle for a couple of years, like any friends that try to roughhouse with you, like you got them. Like you actually know, like you take your wrist away or take your balance off, you know, like it's way
The leg.
sweep the leg, yeah.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
One thing I would like to do though later in my life is to get maybe into some jujitsu. It's a good way to kind of break a sweat. Your head's not going to get. What's up?
That always looked like fun to me.
Yeah,
You
Trent.
know-
If I come
you know
back
who
into
does
San
that?
Diego, me, you, and Donnie are going to get into jujitsu.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean
Okay,
you're not
It's one of the best disciplines.
you're not gonna
It's
you're
like-
not gonna get a concussion. There's not gonna be any too much brain damage. You know, it's not like boxing where you're gonna get punched in your nose. All of a sudden, your eyes are red and crying and shit.
Or wrestling, you end up with like the
Ringworm, yeah,
cauliflower
Back off, war
ears.
child. Seriously.
You got to wear a headset, man. I don't understand why people never wear a headset.
Dude, wrestling was gross. Wrestling was so gross. Trent, you ever get the ringworm?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a ringworm. Where'd you get it? You get it on like your inner thighs or?
Yeah, somewhere like that.
Did you? Yeah. It looks like a
It's like-
fucking
it's like
brand
bad hygiene on the mats.
on the
man.
mats.
It's
They
not-
don't boil that shit in disinfectant. Muay Thai is too naughty. What up, Battalion Rob? Florida in the house, man. What's up, dog? Muay Thai is like elbowing to your face. Like fuck that shit, man. Like knee to you know to your head and face.
I'm with Kurt. My tie.
Yeah, my time.
I'm down with Muay Thai.
It's not
Yeah.
a tropical drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a comment. You dudes are so correct about drinking at airport bars. It's wonderful. Yeah, dude. Dude's watching the.
It's fantastic.
That was a
Good
while
for when
back.
you like get dehydrated on the plane and then you're hungover.
Yeah, a
You
lot.
get so dehydrated on planes. I feel like you never have enough water.
And the shitty airlines that I fly on, if you want to get a water, it's like $6.
Yeah, I usually get like a Gatorade at the airport and bring it on with me.
Yeah. I did get
On
first
the
class,
side.
though. I did get first class to San Diego. That was cool. I can't complain too much.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really
Yeah.
like beer that much.
Kurt Pick knows what's up, man. My Tais for life. That'd be a good beer. Do you think, Trent? Or anybody in here? Like a Mai Tai beer? Like a real.
Ooh. Yeah. It'd just be like a tropical beer. Yeah.
A tropical beer, but it would have to be probably pretty boozy. I'd imagine maybe 8, 9, 10%.
Imperial Sour.
What's in a Mai Tai? Besides,
I got it right here.
I was
White
about to ask. I
rum,
have no idea.
fresh lime, orange curacao, orgeat, and dark rum.
kind of tastes like a Long Island iced tea to me.
Got a bunch of shit in it. Yeah.
What's in the Long
So-
Island iced tea? It's the 4 drinks and then the soda and the sours, Coke and sours.
It's let's see, Long Island iced tea.
It's vodka.
is-
It's vodka, tequila, gin,
Vodka,
rum,
gin, tequila, rum.
Coca-Cola, and then sours. Correct,
Yeah.
dude. My Tai's
Or
a long
the
time.
bitters. Is that what you're talking about? Bitters?
No, to do like a Long Island beer or a Mai Tai beer.
Wow.
What I would do is I would age it. This is like,
The gnome way.
very involved. But
This is a gnome
I would
way.
put some of it in tequila or mezcal. Put the other into rum.
Mezcal's the best.
Blend them together, then condition them on whatever the fruits that you mentioned, like the orange peel or whatever.
Oh.
So you're gonna have to do that aging first. Like think of
Yeah,
like,
no, for
putting
sure,
it
for
later,
sure.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
that sounds, and it would have to be boozy. It definitely have to be like 8% or above. But-
Yeah.
Right. You can't do a Mai Tai or
And,
Long
you
Island
know-
beer and slap 4% ABV on that thing.
Look, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest. I don't
but
really
do a
like beer
sour
that
base.
much.
Nick Smith, he does an old fashioned beer. Can you walk us through that, bro? Strong blonde ale with
Ooh,
adjuncts in the
interesting.
fermenter.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
God, I love old fashions. Old fashions and Manhattans are pretty much the only drink that I.
I don't think I've had a Manhattan.
Braj, I'll make you one.
Okay.
No, yeah, Trent, I'm gonna start making a little bit more YouTube videos like that, like non-grained glass stuff, where it's like, hey, top 5 beers in circulation or top 5 easy cocktails to make at home. To make at home, and
Did you make a beer cocktail video? I think
no, I always talked about doing Booze Brothers.
someone did. I can't remember who. Was that you, Braj Show?
It's on my list. I just haven't done it.
Okay.
Rosebud. What's the restaurant that's right next to Booze Brothers Oceanside, Trent? Like literally, when we're on the patio and you look to the right, Redbud.
Mm-hmm. I just went there. Yeah, I
What-
think so.
What'd you think? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Well, not good service, but good food.
Yeah, it's
What,
kind
Red
of
Rum?
Redbud. I think the owner is too good of friends with us, and a little bit too much partying in the back than there needs to be. But anyway,
But no Red Rum?
Redbud.
I'm
You're talking about
I'm
the
trying to do a
The
movie
Shining?
reference
Yeah,
here.
The
for
Shining.
you.
War child. Seriously.
Rosebud.
But anyway, they do a lot of like sangria and craft cocktails on draft.
Ooh.
Yeah,
nice.
I think it's a good video to do because I don't think there's so much of a stigma anymore about craft cocktails on draft. Like when I saw that 10 years ago, I was like, dude, I don't want a fucking margarita coming out of my dispenser, out of a beer spigot, out of a
Dude,
faucet.
they're like the most booziest thing.
They're
you're
the
gonna
booze.
have.
They're the best. The guy who's in the back who's making
That's
that.
bang for your buck, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and I've made those.
Dude, I made rum and coke on tap. I got hammered.
Yes,
off
you put,
of that.
Yeah, they put like 4 to 8 bottles of Four Roses bourbon in there or whatever. Like it's a boozy thing. Yeah. CH has been in content factory lately compared to the last while. Yeah, Bruce, I'm putting out some content. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for watching. Much love to anybody who's
I
been
mean,
watching.
you're finally like settled down in Knoxville. You got your thing going on. So
Yeah, it's been good. I really like the last video was the last video I put out was Anvil. The one before that was the hazy that I liked. I'll probably get one more of those, and then I uploaded our alcoholic rant. Like, what is an alcoholic? I just put that on the channel.
that one was really good.
Yeah, I know people that don't like that.
I liked your re-edit to it too.
Just put some more stuff in there. Yeah, I just think that
and it was longer than the original one.
A little bit.
And
wee bit.
yeah, and I think it hit really good points. It hit a lot of good points. And
Yeah, I don't give a fuck if you're a
especially for
doctor.
beer channel, that's something you can definitely be like, hey, are we alcoholics? Like,
Yeah, weekend alcoholic, man. I'll put that label on myself. I drank.
Yeah.
We drank heavy last Wednesday. That was a wild happy hour. I think I made it was good with the members and stuff.
yeah, I remember we talking numbers and stuff like that.
I was like,
oh,
whoa,
shit.
dude. Yeah, that was like a vintage happy hour.
And you were like, I am paying for it this morning, though.
Paid for it for a couple times, and I did 5 days sober after that. And
Yeah.
I didn't, I did the month sober in February. I'm stoked to do that again if you guys are up for it. But I don't feel like better, I mean, I feel better in the morning, but I'm not like, oh, alcoholics have this moment of clarity when they get sober. It's like I didn't feel like better, like I'm glowing now, or I'm one step ahead of where I used. Like I never got any of that.
Dependent on it. We're not dependent on it, right? We're not like having to be like, I can't feel okay unless I have a drink. You're
Right.
like,
And you also don't want to be
I'm gonna do 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. And I'm gonna feel fucking fantastic. Like,
yeah.
we can get our ups and downs from different things rather than just alcohol.
Right. And like I said, like in that video, I think everyone's got to have their own definition of that. And my definition, your guys' definition is like if you have to have a drink, this and that. My definition is like if you're consistently getting drunk by yourself, you might have a problem.
Right. Right.
But like if you get drunk by yourself and you're living your life and you're getting up every morning and you're killing it, like who the fuck am I? Like live your life.
Right.
I'm not keeping a tab
Fair
on
enough.
anybody.
Fair enough.
I can't even manage myself. Yeah, Tombstone Todd knows what's up. Yeah, but I talked to Tombstone Todd on Facebook the next day. Everybody like, wow, what? Thanks for the hangover, dog. No, thanks for watching, Bruce. Much love, man. Big shout out to Tin Lion Brewing. I subscribe to Tin Lion Brewing. Hope he makes more videos. Big shout out to him. You know, you guys watch Titan Brew TV? He's very like,
Yeah.
come on down. I'll show you my dick. He's very like, not
Energetic. And
Yeah,
like, kind
not-
of
not
high
gr-
flashy visuals.
Yeah, and I want to get that dude on. His last video was called "Can I Earn Your Sub?" And
I haven't heard of this guy.
I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, I know.
Seems like he's got like production and stuff. Like,
Dude.
he's got people in the background like laughing and
He,
shit. Like,
yeah,
seems weird.
he's taking a lot of plays out of like TMZ's playbook. You know, like what's going on? Wow, you know, like explosion. You know,
I still love your introduction.
mine.
That like 70s retro like introduction, MTV introduction. I'm like, that's
Oh
it.
yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah,
Big
that's
shout
cool.
out, big shout out to this guy like Josh Worskar. He made that for me a long time ago. That was cool. Yeah,
That's
check out
so
check
cool.
out Titan Brews TV. But like, I want people to subscribe to this guy's channel because I want him to keep around because I could tell that he's just he's running on fumes. When you make a video like, hey, like please subscribe to my channel, like what do I have to do to like fucking get you to subscribe? You know, like you're probably not gonna be around that much longer. Check him out though, Trent. He's got
Yeah,
killer
yeah.
production. I think he's a stay-at-home dad, and he's just trying to I don't know, maybe get something going, or maybe it's just to entertain himself, or just some self-expression. But he's got killer content. He's definitely a lot, but I like it. I like the energy. What do you think about him,
I
Mel?
wonder if he does. I wonder if he does the animations. Like he's got a lot of graphics, like
He's got a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot
video,
going on.
Yeah.
like tons of stuff going on. It's you're always getting like assaulted with something, which I don't
Yeah.
mean in a bad way. Like
Yeah.
I've
it's
seen
very
this.
trying to like get your attention almost always throughout the entire like video.
Yeah, it's
seems
it's almost like TikTok format. The videos are pretty short too. And he'll just be like, hey, today we're gonna go to
I do like
brewery.
it.
Sorry, what's up?
I do like it. He's been trying, for I'd say about 6 months now. I've seen his content, but like, yeah, for whatever reason, it's not gaining any traction.
Yeah. There's a lot
Video
of
count
things.
seems really down.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Maybe
things.
maybe he's too much. I
Maybe-
was worried like if I
Yeah.
do too much, but I'm watching on the side here.
No,
It's a
Trent.
lot.
I think your content is getting better, and I think that you're putting. I definitely noticed this in like without question in your San Diego Homebrew Con video. Putting yourself in front of the camera and being mic'd up and doing the lav mic thing, as opposed to just 100% voiceover.
Right. Yeah, I've been trying to do that.
You feel good about that? I know it's kind of
I
weird.
do. I'm feeling better about it. Yeah.
Getting a little bit more comfortable in this YouTube skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good, man. Good. No, and that HomebrewCon thing looked like a blast.
It was fun. We should all go.
No, that looked way funner than I thought. That looked like an actual, like a GABF
It's just
thing.
a beer fest. It's a beer fest, and then they have some sessions that you can go to, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
Just hang out and drink beer.
Did you talk to John Palmer? I saw him in a couple clips from.
did.
Was he cool?
He was cool. I mean, I just said hey, but I didn't really talk to him that long. Steve talked to him for a while though.
How old's the guy? Probably like late 50s?
Yeah, probably somewhere around.
Because he
there.
wrote that book back in like the 90s, and he was probably 30 then. So I mean, do the math.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how
Back
to
off,
do
poor
math,
child,
but
seriously.
You know who I talked to was Brad Smith. You ever listen to
Yes.
the Beer Smith
yeah,
podcast?
yeah,
If you're familiar with Beer Smith. He
yeah.
was very dry, just like business only.
Yeah,
Didn't want to like
sterile.
talk to me at all. He was just like, oh, okay. And then was like, but
Even
no
after-
problem with that.
Even after a couple beers, he couldn't loosen up.
He was not very like personable.
Shit,
guy.
man, I would have pantsed him if I was there, man. Take it easy, dog.
Back off, poor child, seriously.
No, but I did have a couple of people there, and they told me that they ran into Wart Wrangler, and I heard that he was kind of weird as hell. But it's like, dude, he's a meme account on Instagram. I understand that every commercial brewer is trying to, tag them in their fuck ups, their mash out, their spills, their pop offs and stuff. But like, why would you think this guy's like cool or famous? It's a repost account on Instagram. I don't understand like why he's not like a like a stand-up comedian where you think you can actually kind of feel him out and might know him a little bit. Like he's literally just reposting shit
People's
that's not,
content,
yeah,
yeah.
shit that he didn't write, and he
Who runs that homebrew experience Instagram channel page or whatever.
I think it's East and the Beast.
That-
I don't know.
It's gotta be somebody in like Europe or something. I don't know.
Is that
That's
the
what
one
I
that
was
has like
thinking, too.
60,000 followers? You're like, there's no way that you have this many. I mean, there's just not.
Well,
got a lot.
what they do is they reuse like it's like Sports Center basically for brewing. Like, they're like,
Gross.
Yeah.
someone, like this is a highlight someone else did, so let's just
Like
steal
reboot
that. And
other
And
people's
so
content.
they took one of my reels,
Getting faces
and I
off.
was like,
oh, nice.
Did they
and I got a shit ton of followers from it too,
There you go.
which is
Back off,
awesome.
child,
And they
seriously.
they even say like who the original content is from. Like
Mhm.
they tag you and everything.
That's cool. Because I have a hard
And
time
so-
with the repost accounts. I really just, I think it's the cringiest thing.
Like
on
they
the
do
internet.
give credit where credit is due, but you have to look. It's at the very bottom, right?
Yeah.
As long as they're giving credit to the right person and not the person that they just stole it from. Because that was my big problem with like the Fat Jew and Fuck Jerry and all those guys.
No, so
Right.
so I can't speak for all their posts, but like the posts they had of mine, I was like, that is my video.
yeah.
Different audio for sure,
Yeah.
but that is my video.
as long as they're giving the right credit, that's fine.
And like they were
It's
super
just-
like
it's just
people
such a
were asking for a
weird-
recipe of my thing, and I posted it, and they were like liking it and everything. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
like I can see they're active on, and they like seeing the original poster.
That's cool.
But like
that's cool.
it
If
has
it's,
like over 40K views. I was like, holy shit!
that's rad.
Right.
Yeah.
The reach they have is amazing.
Yeah. As long as they do it that way, it's cool. I just think I still just think it's a weird thing to be a repost
That's all
account.
bots. Alamo Kid is saying.
Well, not only that, but like, how do you? I don't know, man. At the end of the day, we all put content out there, and it could be cool, cringe, however it's received as kind of on the individual audience member. But like, imagine just like laying in bed at night and be like, yeah, I got like 1 million fucking